Welcome to another exciting episode, nay, the final episode of 2023 for the Ravens Flock. That's right, folks. On the final Saturday, December 30th, the day before New Year's Eve, we are here to deliver you the last episode to wrap up this whole year before we jump into 2024 and hope for much better prospects.
Let's not forget, take 2023, roll that some bitch sideways and stick it up its own candy ass.
What he said.
Yeah, we'll do it and I don't give a damn. Yeah, with a railgun.
And of course, we here are extremely thankful that you managed to endure yet another solar cycle. With us, it has been a long 365 days, but all the same, you have stuck with us through thick and thin, through every difficulty, and the constant, ever so unconventional delays that have gotten in our way. So, for the last Ravens Flock, we extend our sincere gratitude.
Of the year.
No, it's the last one. We're dead after this. I'm sorry.
No, Angel,
It's
don't
over.
put that curse.
It's Jober.
You don't
It's
put,
still 2023.
don't put that curse on us, Angel.
But I digress.
Okay.
What I will put is my thanks and my sincerest gratitude to our beloved viewers and listeners. If it wasn't for all of you guys getting serious for a moment, we would have never, ever made it this far.
Absolutely. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I am also the host of Wrestle Rewind. I am the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of this channel. A lot of people wear many hats. I wear many sunglasses for this.
And he just wears one beanie. We got him another beanie with cat ears, but he didn't like it.
He needs more beanies.
Because
He needs
it's
to
not
stack them.
mine. It's gimmick. It's
How
gimmick
could
infringement
you
on
not
K-Storm.
want to wear cat ears?
Because it's
a cat ear beanie to
because
be
it's
exact.
gimmick infringement on K-Storm cosplay.
You could still wear it.
Excuses.
We gotta put more beanies so he can make a
I'm
stacking
sorry.
tower
I don't
of
want to be
beanies.
taken to court by a cat.
Okay, I'm sorry. Does that mean that we need to get you like devil horns or something?
No, we need to get him.
Yes.
Dog ears?
We need to get him several beanies so he can be Joe and the Beanstalk.
You dorks. And this guy here with jokes for days, the host of Los Amigos Play. And don't worry, folks, he still has a pulse. He ain't dead yet, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you kindly for taking the time to join us today, here, again, for the Ravens Flock. It is my joy and my pleasure to tell you that I'm slowly getting my voice back.
Really?
Yes.
And joining me on the far left, your right, is Dragon Fang Cosplay.
Yes, I'm actually a lefty, so me being on the left, yes. Hi, guys.
And joining on the my far right, your left, is Zayana Rose Cosplay.
Hey guys.
You're also a righty.
Yes.
Yes, I'm also a righty. We're mirror twins, so yeah.
And wrapping it all around here to my immediate right is... Actually, do you each of you remember
Don't touch
how
me.
I introduced one? Let's take it one
His
step at a
name is
time.
Don't Touch Me.
I will start first, and then we're going to work our way around. The host of the Black Files.
The man that maintains the machine running and the bills paid.
But don't touch me.
Also, the Don't Touch Me.
The man who puts in the man hours behind all
Don't touch me!
You are allowed.
Knew it.
The man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos
You
that we
are
produce
also
on his channel every single week, Mr.
Mr.
Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, folks, and don't you ever forget the Mr. Don't Touch Me!
Touch him.
And much like all our other shows on his channel, we are simulcasting on both youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable all the notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with the membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you've stepped up in order to help break the Ravens Flock free of our doldrum day-to-day 9-to-5 lives and become full-time YouTubers, self-employed, if you will. But in reality, we'll be your bitches. You will be our paymasters. You will be the ones who are responsible for all our content, which means at the end of the day, all the wacky shenanigans that we go through, it'll be your own fault. And I notice I see Angel's not even reacting. Why?
Because I'm
This should be
waiting.
making him joyfully gleeful.
I have no joy left in me.
Yes, you do.
All my
The
dreams
year is
are
nearly
dead.
over, Angel.
Sometimes I wish the sun would just explode.
Oh my
That way, when
You
the
wouldn't
Lord
even know
takes
if-
me to his kingdom,
Dramatic.
I'll take all you sons of bitches when I go. Squidbillies was a fucking great TV show.
Squidbillies was a disaster.
It was amazing.
You also get access to members first and members only content and special discount to our merch store, link in the description below. You also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel. Say hello to Lisa Boo, the Struggler, and Nikki Bella up in the chat and Project Metal Music, and to all our lurkers, welcome to the program. Also, there was Charming Clown. Hello, Charming Clown.
Thank you so much. We
Who
appreciate
was
your
that?
patience.
I don't know, but we appreciate every single one of you fine folks.
Absolutely. And like I said, this is the final episode for 2023 for the Ravens Flock, and we really appreciate all of you tuning in right now. I got to say this right now. You know what? Between working our 9-to-5 jobs and doing content work for this channel, you know, and since we're still recovering from that crazy week of Hallmat, you know, it's left us a lot. It's left us, for lack of a better word, depleted. You know, we're low on energy.
I'm not depleted. I'm
Yes,
just
we
dead.
are. We could use some energy and some hydration in these difficult times. And alcohol ain't gonna cut it because I want to drive home tonight.
And also, I really don't trust a lot of energy drinks that's out there because I don't want to get the shivers. I don't like that. What can we do about that one?
Well, thankfully, we have our partner and sponsors, Glit Energy, that we can turn to. As you guys know, we are proudly partnered up with one of the premier gamer supplements and energy companies in the world. And if you use our promo code FlockFuel at glitchenergy.com, you get 20% off your purchase. And for example, Jose is over here has been thoroughly enjoying the blackberry lemonade.
No, I haven't. I haven't done the
Glitch
taste test
Revive.
yet.
Oh, you haven't? What's wrong with you?
Because
Why are you stalling? Why would you
Busy.
delay? Are you
Busy.
afraid?
I didn't give you
Do
permission
you
to
fear
say that.
change?
Busy.
I don't have permission to tell
He's
people the
busy.
truth that you are trying to hold yourself back from glory.
Well, you see, Joe understands that sometimes too much power. Not one man should have all that power. Remember what happened? You remember what happened in Chernobyl? Shitty construction. But that's not important.
The point
That
is,
has nothing
folks,
to do with it.
the taste test video is coming soon.
And of course, folks, Jose's been enjoying the Glitch Revive, which is a nice hydration blend. And I'm actually going to be ordering us a proper jar of nerdies. I
In
need
fact,
my nerdies.
recently I set up my own order. Recently, I just set up my own order for the blackberry lemonade hydration juice,
Oh, good
which
for
will be
you.
arriving within a week or so, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to try the hydration before I try the energy, mainly because my job requires a lot of talking.
Except you kind of already tried the energy first with the cracked sauce, didn't you?
He did.
Yes, however, that was a smaller sample. I want the big tub.
He wants
So
a
he's
tub.
probably gonna get hydroed to the face.
He wants the big daddy.
I want that
Wants the big
juice
D.
splashing all over my face.
And
And of
that's something-
course, it's not. And of course, not only that, but Glitch Energy also provides helpful nutritional supplements to help you with all of your bodily needs. Of
For
course.
instance, Glitch Shield is an immunity boosting support supplement. Just take 2 capsules a day, and it'll keep the bad flus away.
Especially this with winter season coming around, that translates to cold season.
It isn't
Yeah.
just any cold season; it's Floridian cold.
Or
What?
you could even
What?
try
What
out,
is winter here?
or you could even
it's
try out Glitch Energy's
Cold
AI
rain and
supplement.
wet grounds. Sorry.
I was saying, like, you could even try out Glitch's AI supplement, which is loaded up with nootropics, as in the same sort of different herbal blends and different supplements that help you out with your brain activities. So, you know, if you've got mentally intensive work to do, like work,
Like me.
like say, I don't know,
Like taxes.
like
So
death and
I-
taxes.
I
Like me and
starting.
Angel's line of work
So-
too.
I'm starting soon.
So guys,
Taxes.
No.
guys.
Yay.
Oh wait, with AI, does that mean we're gonna be turning into AI?
Yes.
No.
No, it just means
AI
that
is
we
gonna
will
take
be.
over.
Thankfully, with the power of Glitch Energy's AI supplement, we'll be supplementing our own natural
Like
intelligence.
AIs.
Listen, normally,
You're ingesting AIs.
normally the
Maybe they
idea
taste
of
delicious.
the abominable intelligence anywhere except under the heel of man is unsupportable to a proper citizen of the Imperium. However, this is not casual AI. Consider the following. The average company does not care about you, or you, or you. The average company cares only about profits. When they sell you an energy drink, they are selling you carbonated piss in a can. It doesn't even taste good. It barely does its job, and 2 hours later, you feel like your kidneys are trying to escape to your urethra. It's not good.
Which almost happened with Angel once.
Which indeed, in fact, almost happened with it.
But it will
However-
not happen with Glitch.
Exactly, because Glitch, they care. Because they know that if you stop drinking their stuff, you know, they lose money. So they care.
Angel,
So
come
go
on,
for
man.
Glitch. Because they care about their profits almost as much as they care about you.
Wow, what a dork! No,
You're welcome.
Okay, as far as Glitch Energy's energy supplements goes, they come with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and most importantly, 0 crash. Every single one of us has sampled it. Zayan Rose and Dragon Fang happen to love Rocket Pop. I'm getting myself nerdies.
And nerdies.
I'm getting myself nerdies, and you can't stop me.
Because we're nerds.
Because we're
Nerds are
gigantic nerds. And truth be told,
Does that mean we're nerdy
we'll
yourself?
be getting ourselves another tub of this stuff. So yeah, definitely we're big fans of Glitch.
Absolutely, folks. Once again, glitchenergy.com. Use our promo code FlockFuel to get 20% off on all of your online purchases. All the energy boosts, all the hydration, and none of the crazy uncomfortable side effects.
Yep, those only come whenever Angel's in the room.
I am the poison in your blade.
Actually, yes.
And we love it.
Ugh.
We
Slip
love
between the ribs, baby.
You know what,
Also,
Angel?
Kuristi Randall Summon,
Thank
welcome.
you. Hello, hello,
Welcome,
hello.
welcome. Now, you know what, Angel? I'm going to say this. You are definitely a lot of things. You know, I said this many times on this channel. I wear a lot of sunglasses, but you, sir, you wear a lot of hats when it comes to being a fan, when it comes to fandoms, and when it comes to being a fan.
What can I say? I wear my heart is on my sleeve all the time.
Yeah,
Call a doctor. That is not healthy.
He's a
but
lovable
you know what?
dork.
I will give credit where credit is due, Angel. You may be a lot of things, but at least you are not one of those toxic tribalistic fans.
Not at all. I'm 100% convinced that anybody should be allowed to enjoy the fandom. Nobody should be allowed to forcefully change the fandom against his own lore, but ultimately the door is open. I don't gatekeep per se, because my favorite works cannot gatekeep themselves. So I just let it be.
Absolutely. Now, Juan,
Please,
folks, do you
go
concur?
read Berserk.
Wow. Angel, Juan looks like he's got something to say.
I think you broke him.
I want to curl up in a ball and die. Because you are so full of crap. But you are full of crap. Wait, that doesn't sound right, but you can...
He's our lovable dork.
Do you know what that stuff is filled with?
crap.
He's stinky.
Phosphorus. 1 cubic meter
Stinky.
of my crap could personalize a field for weeks.
No.
Oh, stinky.
But the brain, there's
Angel,
nothing there. It's just
Angel.
ammonia.
Angel,
Listen.
you're not a kaiju. You never were.
Yes, I am. I make an
could
impression. I
Angel,
destroy entire cities
you
where I
have-
show up.
You have never brought forward an apocalypse worth canceling with the help of Idris Elba.
I am incredibly radioactive.
And you
dangerous to
have
the
a
average
sequel.
person. My blue is blood.
So, folks, the
Your
point.
blue is blood.
Yes.
Your blood
So,
is
folks,
blue.
the point that
Yes.
we're trying to get at is that it's okay to be a fan. It's okay to be a super fan of something you love, and you're okay to. And it's fine for you to have an opinions of what you agree and disagree with. That's fine, as long as you're not, being a negative Nancy
Be a little
about it,
shit about it.
being a little shit about
I
it.
mean, hell, even feel free to complain and criticize the things that you once loved. That's fine. You're perfectly allowed to it. But when you start turning into a toxic person, there's a very important difference between criticism and toxicity. There's a thin, very important line. It's fine if you don't like the things that... Thank you, Strogler. See, he understands.
No, I'm saying that Angel has a sequel,
Yeah.
Hang on.
whereas Pacific Rim doesn't.
Good
All
point.
right, Angel,
The
continue
point
your
in
point.
case is, if a person wants to criticize or complain about the things that they are ever passionate about, that is perfectly fine. Everybody's free to agree and disagree. But there is a line. There is a point where the criticism becomes an actual attack. Not just on the actual material itself, but the people who watch it and enjoy it. And that's when you realize that the plot has been lost. The script is flying through the air, and that's when the person ceases to be a critic and they become a sewage gate.
Yep, and folks, let's not lie. We have been in the internet far too long, and over the years, we've seen many bad toxic fandoms. But I think the number one toxic fandom that takes the cake. Some people might disagree.
I know you're trying to set me up for a letdown or something because
No,
I'm the
because
biggest-
because I don't know if you'll agree with me or not.
with what?
Star Wars fandom.
No, yeah, the Star Wars fandom has become a psychotic nightmare.
Sadly, for
There are
better or worse.
battlefronts everywhere. There are heroes on both sides. Evil is everywhere. War!
By the way, this is evil. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
But go on.
Excuse me. You all well talking all that Nancy Plambly dark side gray shit until I finally started murdering all those orphans, and suddenly it's like, oh, Jose, please stop killing all the children. Well, I'm just trying to follow the lore. The lore tells me there's too many orphans.
God! What?
So you know what you need to do with those orphans, right?
Yes.
Adopt them.
No, I'm going to give them a backstory.
You're going to adopt them.
Yes.
Because he does that too. It's called the Inquisitors.
Yes.
Ha.
I'm gonna give them a backstory.
It's horrifying.
It's great.
Please continue.
As you know, we're all big fans of Star Wars here. Our likes and dislikes may orbit be up and down depending on what particular part of a Star Wars we like or dislike, but ultimately Star Wars as a whole is something that we have all enjoyed at one point or another. That is undeniable. And everybody on the internet enjoys Star Wars. Even the people that complain about Star Wars love Star Wars. Unfortunately, some people have taken their dislike of certain aspects of Star Wars a little too far.
To give a fair example, remember how one of the actresses from The Last Jedi, Kelly Marie Tran, received a lot of unwelcomed backlash from the toxic fans?
I mean, you don't have to like her character, but I think the death threats were a little too much.
Not to mention the racism bullshit that they threw in on her character page on Wikipedia.
Come on, guys.
I remember this shit like it was yesterday because people will not fucking let it be forgotten because it was bullshit. They literally took Kelly Marie Tran's character, Rose Tico, who was like one of the first highlighted Asian characters in the Star Wars fandom, and they're like, oh, she's from planet Wing Wong Ching Chong. Yeah, laugh all you want, it's still horseshit.
No, it is horseshit, and let's not forget, this is not the first time something like this happened. Remember the shit that the actor for Jar Jar Binks had to endure from both the media and the so-called fans?
Yes.
You don't have to like the character, but when you extend that shit to a personal attack, I think we can all agree that is clearly taking it too far.
They drove him to near suicide.
It is,
Yeah, I
therapy.
did not know that.
Oh, you didn't know this, Sienna.
No. I did know that people were giving shit. Like, I hate the character, but it was so well done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I didn't. I knew that they were saying crap about them, but I didn't know that part.
It got really
That
bad.
is ridiculous.
Oh no, it got really bad, but folks, there's a universal rule that we have to remember when it comes to these toxic fandoms. Never underestimate the level of stupidity, and one YouTuber stands alone who exemplifies that fact.
In a way, it was sort of like a Christmas gift that this was given because a lot of this shit actually started Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Considering how he started, would you say that this was his fault to the dark side?
Let's just say this was him cementing it. He
Alas.
fell to the dark side a long time ago when he was basically outed as an Andrew Tate ball sucker.
Ah.
Yeah,
just
by
in
the way,
case
this
he
guy's
couldn't
on the Andrew
disappoint
Tate
me
ball
any
sucker.
further.
Well, look no further than Star Wars Theory. That's his channel's name. That's his thingy name. Where's his thingy?
It's funny because despite the number of subscribers he has, his channel would have just been lost in a sea of other Star Wars channels until he decided to out himself in the worst possible way.
Okay, real name of this fine gentleman, Nyatus Dadbe, who is, well, this should explain things for your point of view, Angel. Is your
Wait, he did?
Is your xenophobia from Wonderful 101 still pumping? Because he's Canadian.
Canadian? Are you telling me that one of those syrup-drinking, fake bacon-eating, snow-plowing, reindeer-riding, fur hat-wearing, non-skin-having, shitty mental health but trying suicide-encouraging little shits?
We're putting you in timeout.
They
Time
prefer
out.
the term moose riding, not reindeer riding.
They don't deserve moose.
Also, their
Hey,
maple syrup is delicious. Thank you.
and what?
Their
The
maple syrup is delicious.
Yeah, because it came from the trees, the only good thing that continent ever produced.
God.
It's
Canada
not
isn't a
xenophobia,
continent.
it's righteous hate.
No, it isn't.
Okay, you lose the mic right now.
Blame
I also have French, but just in case you couldn't hate them enough.
Sacre bleu, Angel!
Sacre, suck my dick.
I know. I realize.
Juan,
Lisa Boo-
please take over before he
Okay.
continues with his
I
tirade.
realize, Lisa Boo, and I appreciate that.
Can we just say we love Canadians? So yeah, love
You cannot lie from me.
I've loved Canadians, and I've been in love with Canadians. They're pretty
very
good.
sweet,
Wonderful.
very
I think you're going a little bit too crazy.
I
'cause you
have-
a
I have
lot
a
of,
cosplay group.
Cough drops.
I think Canadians did one good
I have a cosplay group of Canadians, and they're the sweetest people ever. I love them so much.
Yeah, plus there are wrestlers that I like who are Canadian.
Yes, because just like the cosplayers, they are playing a bit. They are only good Canadians when they are not being
Angels,
Canadian.
enough!
Okay, I'm gonna
Jesus!
Okay, Zayana Rose, you can have my mic. Juan, please continue.
No, I'll hold this mic.
Yeah. Okay, we're not
He's
trying
in
to.
timeout.
Angel's on a time.
Wait, do we have the
One thing
dunce?
only.
Do we have the dunce?
Canadians did exactly one good thing that I will give them credit for.
What's that?
Jackass.
That wasn't invented in Canada.
Then I take away all credit.
Continue, please.
Okay,
Angel,
Okay.
timeout.
Angel
We
is on
love
timeout
Canadians.
to save his voice and hopefully our reputation.
Seriously, man,
Do
you're gonna
we
make
have-
me flip out. You're
do
gonna
we have
make me
something
take
to put on
Juan's
his
job.
head?
Yes.
Do it.
we
Uh,
need like a
I
dude's
left it in
hat
the
or something.
bedroom.
Oh, man.
Okay, so
We need a dude's hat.
Twos Star Wars theory. This guy's name. I'm going by his nickname Twos. That's being presented over here. So good for him. This guy has. He started off in 2016 and has basically, as you can imagine from his videos, channel's name, started off TheoryCrafting, just harmless stuff. Oh, hey, here's this stuff from the movies, or here's this thing. What if this happens in the next film? Or what if we get a series with this? XYZ, ABC. Harmless TheoryCrafting, very well standard.
Always fun.
The algorithm loved it very much. He grew up to have 3.32 million subscribers, and he's had a total of over 1.03 billion views.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, anyone who's got that kind of following, anyone who's got that kind of workload and reputation, you would imagine they'd be perfectly fine continuing to coast along, enjoying the fandom, enjoying being able to contribute to the community in a constructive and hopefully positive way. This guy decided to say no. Like
a
I
big
said,
fat no.
a big ass fadonky donk no, where a few years ago he's basically aligned himself with, I shit you not, a group of YouTubers who pride themselves on being the real nerds and the real fans of Star Wars, who are protecting the sanctity and
Gatekeepers.
purity of the real Star Wars, not this horrible wokeist destroying all my childhoods, raping my childhoods with Kathleen Kennedy, destroying everything, make it gay and lame, and there's all this Disney
You
bullshit.
mean gatekeepers?
who like to call themselves, I kid you not, the Fandom Menace. I haven't spoken about those motherfuckers ever.
Fun little fact, the actual Fandom Menace itself came out in 1999.
The Phantom Menace, the movie.
No. The Fandom Menace was made in response to the Phantom Menace.
Because they get Angel some water. He
Yes, I
raged
do.
too hard.
No, the Canadians anger me incredibly.
Angel!
But I digress. The point is that the Fandom Menace was made in response to the Phantom Menace, and it's been slowly building itself like a big pile of sewage ever since.
You're kind of right, also-ish, because that basically
stop
came up
talking.
as a response of people who were crapping on Episode 1 and on the prequel trilogy, and then subsequently into the sequel trilogy and the Disney Plus series and all the animation stuff that came out in the subsequent years since
You know what the funniest thing is about this whole thing?
the fact that you spilled your phone.
Yes. But my personal favorite is, even if you don't like the sequels right now, even if you absolutely despise the sequels, there is so much more to talk about than those 3 stupid movies.
There's comics.
TV series, comics,
Clone
animated
Wars,
series,
Clone Wars.
visions, video game. There is so much material to work with that even if you don't like the most recent stuff, there is plenty you can work with.
Yep.
But anger creates controversy, and controversy
Controversy
creates
creates
clicks. Click, 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 click.
People will watch his stuff to either blindly yap along walrus style and agree with him. Jose, give me your best walrus. No, actually, it's a seal.
Chihuahua.
It's the
Chihuahua.
seal clap. There we go. That. Or to rage view the guy and try to downvote him when folks don't remember. YouTube
Views
doesn't
are
give a
still
shit.
views.
Mhm.
YouTube doesn't give a shit if you're on their
Even
video
if
for
they're
more than
positive or
5
negative.
seconds.
Yeah.
You know what? Even if they're canon or not canon, guess what? They still exist. I have a bunch of non-canon, also known as legends material in my bookshelf, but they still exist. And yet these fuckers are actually complaining and psychopathing as if there's jackbooted like Disney theme park cast members coming in with Boba Fett replica sniper rifles coming in to raid my bookshelf. Guess what? They're not going to. They
The
can't.
best part is, if you don't care for the Disney stuff, then why should you care if they call something canon or not? If it's crap, I don't care. You know what's good? Those books. Those books are fucking amazing.
Yes.
I don't care if they're not canon. I'll certainly respect them a hell of a lot more than what they're doing right now. But that's not important. What's important is, it doesn't matter what Disney says is canon or not. What matters is whether I like what I see /read/play. That's it. My enjoyment is what depends on that.
Well, this Star Wars theory purist asshole clearly does not enjoy anything new outside of the original trilogy.
Oh no, he enjoys plenty of new stuff as long as it's stuff made by him.
Much
Here's the thing.
like Star Wars, with certain characters having delusions of grandeur.
So is he literally doing like fanfics?
Yes.
Yes.
And he's calling that canon?
He likes it. He likes the fanfics, and he wants them to be more canon than
To be fair, I read some really good fanfics.
All right, wait, Joel.
This isn't really good fanfics.
All right, Juan, tell us how he took it to the next level.
Wait, I'm sorry, but everyone does fanfics, so why is this any different?
Yeah.
Okay.
How is his better than everyone else's?
Because in his words, he shows the world something that the fans have never seen before.
What?
Those are some lofty words.
Like what?
Exactly. Like, for instance, Darth Vader killing off a bunch of Jedi, which we see plenty of times.
Okay, that's happened.
But maybe Darth Vader having emotional problems. That's
That
happened.
happened.
Or get a load of this. He's in his latest bid for immortality in the Star Wars community. Two's here decided to announce as a second attempt to build onto what he thinks Star Wars ought to be. Is he's going to be he announced that he was going to create a CG animated series of Luke Skywalker's adventures leading up to the original Grand Admiral Thrawn trilogy, the first book, Heir to the Empire. But, which is all well and good. Like, okay, fine, you want to make a CG animated thing? Sure. Go nuts, have fun.
Okay, what's
But
his
it's
strategy?
not canon.
Yeah, but more importantly, what's his strategy?
It's not a matter of strategy, Jose. It's a matter of what he thinks the fans have never seen before.
I'm pretty sure
And
fans have seen almost.
You know what they have?
everything at this point.
Here's something that they haven't seen before. Apparently, using Mark Hamill's likeness without his permission in an AI deepfake.
Well, you're right.
No!
I never saw something like that before.
Absolutely not.
Funny you should mention that.
You want to get sued? Because that's how you get sued.
Because a very helpful Twitter user went, "Hey, Mark Hamill, did you give this guy permission to do that?" And Mark responded with, "No."
Ooh.
And if you don't believe us,
Nope.
take a look at the article. That I fetched it off of
That's a big
Inside the Magic.
no-no.
These guys are just as much of a rag as anyone else. But you know what? At the very least, this helped. Yeah,
Broken clock. and
Blo-
stuff.
broken squirrel, blind nut. Yeah.
All right, then let's take.
was yesterday.
No. Yeah. Well, that
Yeah, December 29th. So
was
yes.
posted yesterday. So let me just do a thing.
So it's recent.
This is juicy gossip. Here you go.
All right. Then let's go ahead and talk about this article here. Provided to us by InsideTheMagic.com. The headline reads. .net. The headline reads, quote, "This sucks. New Star Wars project distances itself from Mark Hamill." Posted yesterday, December 29th,
That's already not
by
good.
Chloe James.
Okay, for the record, this is one of the reasons why I don't really trust Inside the Magic, because that's clickbaity phrasing, because it makes it sound like it makes it sound like it's that's a Disney production at Lucasfilm and saying, "Oh, we don't want you, Mark Hamill," but that's not what's actually going on.
So,
go ahead and read it off as a
Drama is unfolding in the Star Wars fandom, and it's all because of Mark Hamill, an unauthorized YouTube series, and the use of AI. AI is controversial in All right.
Not a good place.
Yeah.
You read it fast. Don't
All
have
right.
to worry about
AI
ratings
is
or green light.
controversial in the film industry at the best of times, but especially when it's used to recreate an actor without their consent. This was one of the many times at the heart of the recent
One of the many issues.
many issues at the heart of the recent SAG-AFTRA strikes, and multiple actors have shared mixed feelings about the practice.
All right, that's why some fans were unnerved by the recent announcement of an unofficial Star Wars series produced by the YouTube channel Star Wars Theory. This the promise to cover Luke Skywalker's adventures into the Heir of the Empire trilogy. I'm developing a new project on top of Vader Episode 2 for 2024, an episodic series that this will be a deep fake animation of Luke Skywalker's adventures into Heir to the Empire. First episode will be 8 minutes with many more to come. It'll be out in a bit. Soon after the series was announced, fans criticized this creator for not asking Mark Hamill's permission for using his likeness. Super disrespectful of the actors to get permission of his likeness. Let's see here. You would have done this. You would have done that if you respected his work. Another comment, did you just forget that the SAG-AFTRA went on strike for many months because of the illegal use of AI deepfakes? You could have used any actor who comes somewhat close to resemble Luke, but no, spit in the face of the actors who just fought hard to keep their jobs. Fans soon sought the opinion of Mark Hamill himself. The actor who's portrayed Luke since 1977, 50 years ago, was informed of the project over Twitter, fucking X, Twitter, where one user asked, here it is, yeah, hey, Mark Hamill did here. This is beautiful. I love this. By the way, shout out to this user, Tallylintra Simp account. Hey, at Mark Hamill, did this YouTuber ask for your permission to use your likeness for an AI deepfake in his YouTube series? Which this is what he was doing, AI deepfaking Mark Hamill on it.
Oh, huh?
Yeah, and that's his freaking thing.
And to which Mark Hamill replied, no.
Ha! Thank you. Hi, Mark.
Now, as you can imagine, this is an enormous artistic faux pas. Not only are you using AI for something like this, which is a project you are making money on, it's the fact that you're using the likeness of somebody who is A, alive, B, doesn't authorize you to do so, and C, well, it's just kind of a dick move in general.
Also, you're not going to even give them any money, are you?
Exactly. This is the part where you, rationally speaking, stop whatever the hell you're doing, apologize, doesn't have to be even a fancy apology, just a normal one, and try to find a different way to make your fan project. There is plenty of actors, amateur and professional, like you can bust out for this.
Cosplayers, for God's sake. There are so many who look like him.
So you would think that the smart thing to do here, would be stop this shit and pivot into a different direction. This person was not a smart person.
No, but he was trying to give the fans something they'd never seen before.
What do you mean? Using AI
Yeah.
without people's permission? I certainly haven't seen that
That's
before.
been done before.
You're right, Struggler. This is really stupid. But unfortunately, stupid's all we've got with this
You
story.
know what the best part is about this whole thing is?
What is it, Angel?
The biggest mistake you make when you make a fan project is trying to say, I'm going to give you something you've never seen before. No. People are not there to see something they've never seen before. That is supposed to be a nice bonus. You're supposed to give them something good first, then try to
Something
surprise
they
them.
like.
Let me give you
Exactly.
an example. This is somewhat out of pocket here. As you know, Attack on Titan has ended. The ending was extremely controversial. A lot of people did not like the ending. So a group of artists and voice actors and musicians got together and said, we're going to make our own version. This is not to make any money. This is not meant to be a replacement. This is not
It's a
canon.
fan project.
It's a fan project called Attack on Titan Requiem. They want to make an ending where they basically do something that they believe is more in line with the original writing. They got bombarded by a lot of criticism on social media because they dared to make a fan project. They were disrespecting the original vision or some other stupid shit like that. And they specifically said, this is not meant to be a replacement. We just want to do our own thing. That is the way you do it. This is not the way you do it. And lo and behold, what was the man's response to this unwarranted criticism?
Oh yeah, that is a good question. How did Star Wars Theory respond to all this?
Stupidly. Mild though Hamill's response was, the YouTuber subsequently returned with another video titled, Mark Hamill doesn't like me? Well, this sucks.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna... I'm not going to show you guys the video over here to spare your brains, but I went ahead and I watched it incognito on an account on no account login, so it won't harm anyone's actual YouTube profile with this horse crap.
How would you best summarize it?
Putting it this way. Well, woe is me! Oh no! How dare Mark Hamill impinge on my artistic vision to help me save him and Star Wars from the horrible evil wokeness of the Kathleen's candies and all the people are destroying it with the fandoms of the Disneys and the. Also, by the way, Whammon.
Oh my God! Well, how dare he? How dare you, dude? You were going to use his likeness. Where is he ever going to see a dollar amount from that?
Oh no, but he's allowed because it's a fan film. He's not making any money off of it, except he's totally going to be monetizing the shit out of whatever video he puts up on it. And he is having it crowdfunded through his Patreon and through his personal YouTube account.
Making money off
it means he makes up money off of it, makes a living.
And even if
So-
he was like,
Wait, so with crowdfunding, like Kickstarter and all that stuff, when they have people doing voices and all that stuff, they pay them, right? So why is this anything, like, why is it different?
the difference is you don't have to pay the AI algorithm to do anything. That's the difference.
Now,
yeah,
what's-
okay,
like-
but putting aside that using AI in general for a paid project is just fucking grimy. As you were saying, Mr. Mark.
but like the thing that really fries my ass. The thing that really fries my ass on all of this. Angel guzzled the water. He doesn't drink it. I don't know why.
Give me time, I'll get better.
Okay, so not only was it terribly stupid and disingenuous, but when I mentioned at the end, by the way, Whammon, yeah, he decided to take a moment on there, like, oh, by the way, the women who go into Star Wars fandoms, they're not real nerds. Like I was a real nerd growing up and dealing with Star Wars. They're not really into Star Wars. They're just opportunists to get, OMG, I'm such a nerd. And try to make money off of it and try to destroy our fandom from the inside out.
Oh, great! So he's a
Sexism.
sexist.
So gatekeeping at its finest.
Wow, maybe there's
Yay.
women who actually like the same thing as
impossible.
you.
Yeah.
No woman ever
Wow.
has ever enjoyed Star Wars.
Oh,
What?
I
Ever.
Fucking
so,
idiot.
so I guess that women gamers don't exist, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, we're not gamers.
Wait, does that mean that I'm a guy in disguise?
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Congratulations on your transition. For real.
Not what I was going for,
Listen,
but
Damn it,
is,
Angel.
it is obvious that as a fandom, as a property of media gets bigger, it will inevitably bring in people who don't really care about it as much as they do for clout. Is there a bunch of shallow hoes out there basically exploring the brand to make money from Sims? Yes,
yeah.
obviously. But to assume that
not
the
everyone.
entire gender of womankind somehow cannot enjoy the beautiful art of Star Wars is completely and utterly asinine.
I mean-
incredibly like, what is the word I'm looking for? To look down on somebody.
Assuming.
It's short-sighted.
condescending.
It is, thank you, it is incredibly condescending to every woman out there who ever saw Star Wars and go, that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
They
Come
like
on,
to
man.
assume
the
that.
funny thing is, back in high school, we were made fun of for liking Star Wars.
Yeah.
I wonder
Or
why I
anything in
kind of
general.
started drifting away from that fandom.
Yeah.
You know what I find hilarious
Anything
about
in
nerd culture?
general, we were made fun of.
Nerd culture got replaced by otaku nerd culture so quickly. Nobody remembers that back in the day, like in Final Fantasy, would just have people call you gay.
What's funny is
It's incredible.
It's obviously not only is it condescending, not only is it obviously sexist and stupid, but is it 159,000,000% ahistorical. If you don't believe me, go ahead and look up the photo online of a 16-year-old girl from back in 1977.
Yes.
Who had,
What are you talking about?
yes, the girl who had went to see Star Wars in theaters. And she went to see it multiple times so that she can actually put together an X-Wing pilot cosplay from scratch.
Allow me to offer a slightly more modern example.
What's up?
Every single wrestler that ever lived.
You're gonna have
Wrestlers
to,
are fucking nerds, dude.
Yes.
Exactly.
but you're gonna have to be a little more
we're-
precise.
We're being Star Wars specific.
I know. Women wrestlers do it too.
Okay, but I haven't seen women wrestlers doing Star Wars
yet.
yet. I've seen them do video games and anime and Street
There you
Fighter and
go.
stuff.
The point is, no fandom should have the right to exclude any gender because there is fans of all genders. You know what I'm
But
saying?
what he was highlighting was the fact this was way before we had, reference
Before
things.
cons.
So you actually had to go and see the movie because you can't just pause it on DVD
to use
and then
visual.
draw it. So literally, she was drawing it in the theater. That is impressive.
Hey, guess what? Paper Storms 223. Guess what? Haha. Guess what you get? Guess what you fucking get? Fuck you, buddy.
Oh,
What does it mean?
They called us He called us woke wankers.
Awesome. I'll put a little
Oh.
with that one.
Oh no, I take it back. I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and I'll just nope. Yep. Sorry. Fuck you, buddy.
Regardless of the matter, point in case is he's relying on an empty and shallow and clearly false point of argument because there were fans of all kinds over there, of every single walk of life, and everybody has the right to like something. Sure, somebody might not like it the same way you do, but to try to rely on the idea that every single girl out there is just some sort of shallow entity, paperback filled to the brim with nothing but the latest TikToks, it's... Come on, bro, be better than that, seriously.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Then
There-
again, considering his previous attitude towards being rightfully criticized for his mistake, can we expect any better? I
No.
say no.
Unfortunately, no. There are definitely a lot of toxic fans who have no problem in stepping over whatever lines they can just to, I guess, shove it down on everybody's throats that their opinion is the only opinion that matters. And Star Wars Theory, with all the stuff that he's posted and all the stuff that he's doing, he's basically by far the most egregious example.
The best part is how quickly he could have avoided all of this. There were many steps where all of this did not have to happen. But Cloud it's a drug. It's addictive.
Folks, it's like I said, it's okay to be a fan, and it's okay to it's okay to have a difference of opinions. You are well within your right to voice your opinions. That is fine, as long as you're not stepping over any boundaries, and as long as you're not coming off as being,
A holier than thou asshole.
yes,
Yeah, that works. I mean, hell, man, you don't gotta like it, but at least express yourself properly. It's
and
like
don't
that
ruin
problem
it for
with-
everybody else.
It's like that problem with heel versus babyface. He had genuinely good complaints about the game, but nobody will listen to those complaints because he spent 50 minutes screaming about pronouns. Dude, I get it. I don't care about that stuff either, but that's not the main problem here. That is not the issue you should be addressing.
The issue with Starfield is the fact that it was an underdeveloped game that was mid. You can't even fly to the moon.
Wide as an ocean, deep as a bottle. But
However, the motherfucker basically sealed his own fate by being that bald British fuckface who shouts in your face about fucking
I
pronouns.
don't trust the Brits.
Yeah,
But
and
going
so
back to
he
it,
basically he shoehorned himself into a corner. Congratulations, you are now internet famous.
not exactly what
Guess
you
what
expected, were
for?
you? But now, same thing here with Mr. Star Wars Theory Man. If you have any actual complaints or criticisms about Star Wars, by all means, yeah, I'm willing to hear them out. But this right here, it shows that you care less about the brand of Star Wars. You care less about Star Wars than your vision of Star Wars. You care less about making a good fan project than just making a better fan project, and that is why you failed. You tried to give something extraordinary when you should have been trying to give something good to begin with. But, well, here we are, unfortunately. These are but the consequences of actions.
Overshooting and under-delivering while also projecting your own opinions.
Aim for the stars, fall to the void.
And blaming any and all faults and shortcomings on everyone else, and easy scapegoats like Whammon
Nope.
and Wokies.
Everybody knows that the second women began to like Star Wars was ruined forever.
So it was ruined since
The
1977. Then.
second Lucas started filming, he ruined it
So
forever.
stupid. All right.
Actually, that's pretty much how some of the more psychotic assholes in the fandom community actually are.
Like I said, you don't have to like.
I was kidding.
You don't have
I
to like
really
it, but don't be a dick about it, man.
That's
Come
how
on.
you ruin fandoms.
And
Yeah.
speaking of psychotic assholes, folks, I gotta ask you a question. It's 2023. We're going into 2024. Where are we with director Zack Snyder at this point?
He needs a vacation. Just take a vacation, man. Just let your creative juices properly churn, and then come back and make a movie that will truly amaze us. Because right now, you are not impressing anybody with the words director's cut.
Yeah, no.
It's just not happening.
Yeah, no, Zack Snyder, man, I gotta say, like for all the few movies that he did well, like back in the aughts, a couple of examples, 300,
Yeah.
The Watchmen,
Yeah.
those were good movies, and I will even go so far as to argue the underrated movie, Legend of the Guardians: The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
I actually
That
like
was
one.
actually really good.
That was really good, and I gotta say that is actually,
Continue.
and it didn't continue. It just left it right there. And
Our wars.
but unfortunately, a lot of Zack Snyder's success is overshadowed by a lot of other projects that he's had a hand on that was really bad.
What are you passing me this for? Oh, right, because we were talking Star Wars, and this actually dovetails into it. For
Yeah,
those,
that was more like spear dived.
yeah, swan dive and nose dived. Okay. For those of you who may or may not already know this by now, several years ago, Zack Snyder had actually gone towards Lucasfilm Limited and actually spoke with them, and he pitched his own Star Wars story that he would like to have produced officially as part of the compendium of media that Star Wars cranking out. He was laughed out the door. To which he basically said, Angel, I'll make my own Star Wars.
I make my own Star Wars with blackjack and hookers. In fact, screw the whole thing. And so he did. And
That's when
it was mid.
it was made. And
No. It was mid.
Oh, even worse. Yes, we're going to talk about Rebel Moon, or as is officially named. And this is the sad thing. Why would you dub it already as a multi-part? Rebel Moon Part 1: A Child of Fire.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Is
that sounds
this
like a
on
pretty
Netflix?
good.
Yes, this is on Netflix.
Oh, that was the one we were about to watch with our mom.
Oh,
Run.
I am
Run.
so sorry.
Run.
Okay.
Run.
In our defense, the only reason why we're gonna watch it is because we're really bored with watching things, and we just saw that there was a flying, like griffin-like thing. I was like, "Oh, it looks cute." That's the only reason I was gonna watch it.
I will not give my judgment on the movie yet because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
However, I would be perfectly fine with Zack Snyder making a cool action sci-fi mythological movie. That's cool. But the fact that this is always going to have the stench of rejected Star Wars project just surrounding it like a cloud.
Also, Wancho, great job on that segue.
Well, it kind of dovetailed into itself, or as Angel pointed
Swan
out,
dive.
Swan dive.
Yeah.
Nose dive.
Yeah, that's true.
Very bad. Swan dive.
Now,
Alright.
I'm not
Okay,
one-
so we will watch it and we will tell you guys
All
how
right.
we liked it.
Okay.
Well, Wancho, can you give us the basic synopsis?
Okay, the basic synopsis is a tell me if you guys have heard this story before. A simple farmhand rallies against a gigantic fascist tyrannical empire with a ragtag bunch of misfits in order to save the world.
Seven Samurai.
Star Wars.
Based
Hi,
on
K-Storm.
Seven Samurai.
Star Wars.
And Seven Samurai. And basically he's trying to make his own fucking thing of Star Wars.
To be fair though, Seven Samurai Star Wars would be pretty cool to watch.
I know it would, wouldn't it?
It sounds like a good premise, but is it a good film?
Well, okay. You can take this for what it's worth, folks. But I know it's not everyone's favorite review aggregate system, but it's definitely a proper barometer for the, shall we say, the flavor of this.
Oof.
All right.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Drum roll, please.
Yep. Do we have a drum roll sound effect?
No. Drum roll, please, guys. Let me get a drum roll. Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, and according to RottenTomatoes.com, has a review score of 24% critics score and 62% audience score.
These reviews are kicking this movie's ass.
Ooh.
The story is a derivative mess that feels as though it was assembled from bits of plot-picked up carcasses of other better movies and glued together by brain-numbing, pace-killing chunks of exposition. Endless chunks of spoken exposition, lots of space travel, many uninteresting people introduced, and by the hour, all narrative drive slackens into a limp connecting thread.
Ouch.
Wait, so I'm sorry, but the words "A Child of Fire" it just reminds me of Avatar.
Yes.
A series of amazing looking sets and costumes and effects looking for a story, characters, and emotion that are nowhere to be found.
Holy shit, dude. These comments are really cutting the movie off from the legs, or rather, their hands.
So basically, the movie looks amazing, but the plot is going nowhere. There's too much exposition, and the characters are forgettable.
Ah.
So did you guys watch the trailer? Because we watched the trailer.
I watched
when
the
we-
trailer and I
Okay.
am sad.
The trailer looked mildly interesting, and I'm like, this might be.
Visually, it looks really good.
I was good on the trailer until
No one's ever
30
going to
seconds
stop
in.
Zack Snyder from saying that his stuff looks good, but that's it.
Yeah, the
Okay,
visuals
it
alone
looks
cannot
good,
buy
but
me.
can it hold up with the story and stuff?
Sadly, it looks like it doesn't. Because I gotta tell you, I was watching the trailer and I'm like, okay, this looks mildly. Is that a lightsaber? And that's when I knew things were about to go bad.
Hi, who's this person? RB. Hey, you know what else is awful? Fuck you. Hi, fuck off.
Yeah.
Who
if you
gives a
don't have
shit if you
anything
don't
nice to
like
say,
Angel's accent?
Then leave.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my man, my throat is not up to snuff right now.
Yeah, no, sorry about that.
Well,
And
thankfully,
Ben,
Ben's
by the way, hi there, Ben.
The main actress will be at MegaCon.
Yeah,
Huh.
Sophia Boutella. Which, by the way, Sophia Boutella is a fucking great actress. She just gets lumped into a lot of dumb
Shitty
stuff.
scripts.
Let me put it this way: she was in Tom Cruise's Mummy. She was the
Damn.
mummy.
the mummy.
Damn.
Okay, but she was hot.
Rest in
in
peace.
that.
Oh, she's absolutely hot.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
No one's
Rip-
ever gonna say no about that.
Rip in pepperonis, fire your agents.
Before that, she was in a actually good sci-fi action adventure movie,
What's that?
Star Trek Beyond.
Huh.
She was the white alien girl who helps him out,
Oh.
Jayla.
All right, that
That's
movie was
her.
cool. That was that one with the Beastie Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, she was the
But I
one
like
riding with
Bruce.
Jim Kirk in the motorcycle.
So
but yes.
point in case is this one's got
Jayla.
this actress has basically a really bad agent.
This actress needs a
yeah.
better agent.
She
and
does.
like I said, if this is the kind of shellacking that that Rebel Moon got, where it's actually rates lower than what everyone else has been saying is the worst film ever of all time, The Marvels.
Jesus.
Which, by the way, take a look.
All right. 61% on the tomato meter and 83% audience score.
Interesting.
Notice that. 348 reviews on the critic score and over 2,500 verified
Do you
ratings
have
over
any
here.
idea how bad you had to be worse than the Marvels?
Now, whereas Rebel Moon has 149 official critic reviews and over 5,000 ratings so far.
Jesus Christ. And take it from the guy who saw the Marvels, and the Marvels is pure solid gray slop at times. You have to work real hard to do worse than the Marvels, guys.
And yeah, no.
Then
Well,
again,
Zack Snyder does tout his
You know
work
what, Zack-
ethic.
you know
He
what-
must have worked very, very hard at that, at being worse than the Marbles.
you know what Zack Snyder
he
didn't
worked
have,
very
though?
hard.
What?
He didn't have the actress from Miss Marvel. That's the
Uh,
problem.
Yeah, no, he. Why would he? She's too bright and hopeful and,
She
and
was
wonderful.
carrying
Iman
that
Vellani's got-
shit on her shoulders as hard as she could, lifting with her big flabby arms.
But to Zack Snyder's credit, at least he didn't use AI from Mark Hamill's image.
No, but he did hire the voice talents of Sir Anthony Hopkins for the character of an enslaved robot.
Awesome. How do you waste that? How do you have Anthony Hopkins robot and somehow it comes out bad?
One word,
It's
Angel.
Anthony goddamn Hopkins.
One word, Angel. Money.
Mother.
Actually, one word that's two words hyphenated: slow mo,
I'll say
and odals of it.
undercrank more.
Again, there was a time period when Zack Snyder's movies were good back in the aughts, but as years go by, man, it doesn't.
That
measure
is
up
correct.
these
The
days.
score was in fact frozen, so I'm not trusting their opinions, but I am trusting the user reviews for now. After a while, I'm not going to be able to trust those either. Rotten Tomatoes is kind of like a dumpster fire on its own brand. The point in case is, Zack Snyder has big ideas, but the execution is clearly lacking here because my man,
No, he-
everybody's dumping on this movie.
Oh no, he executes ideas all right. Sometimes he executes them by guillotine, sometimes with hanging,
La revolución.
sometimes with a firing squad, yes. Sometimes by being drawn and quartered. He executes ideas very, 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 very.
That being said, I am still going to watch this movie when I get the chance to. I'm going to sit down, use my 5-finger discount, and sail the 7 seas.
We'll probably be watching it tomorrow.
Good.
So.
And I'm gonna be like, okay, is this one of the movies of all time, or is this just the movie of all time? I will let you guys know when we get to it on Wednesday.
Yeah, no. I think I might be tempted myself to actually watch it on Netflix too.
Oh yeah, it is on Netflix. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, but like, you guys, don't you understand? Like, you have to understand the most important thing. this version of Rebel Moon that's being review bombed, this version of Rebel Moon that is clearly underperforming by everyone's opinions and everyone's metrics, this movie Rebel Moon that is clearly been sunken and already built up to try to be the next great cinematic universal IP of all time, where you can have all the merchandising. You know what it is? This isn't Zack Snyder's true vision.
No, you gotta wait for Rebel Moon, Director Scott.
The Snyder cut of Rebel Moon Part
Deep
1.
Fried Edition.
Yes, you have to wait. You have to wait until he adds 5 more hours of slow mo of the 25 minutes of dialogue that shows the most obvious character development, and 15 minutes of extra screen time of Ray Fisher's character, who I shit you not, his last name is Blood Axe.
Oh my god.
I won't gonna lie, that's a good
That sounds like
in order for him,
OC.
in order for Zack Snyder, nope, I am out. What do you mean? Oh my god, nope, I am out. About the Snyder cut of his Snyder's thing.
Don't you want 4 more
Don't
hours
you want
of
4 more hours of this
soulfully
stuff?
gazing at each other?
Don't you understand what that means? That means that legally he can count that as a second completely separate movie, and then he'll really make the true visions.
You know what I have to say about that? Go watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie with Chris Pine. It was actually good.
It was so good. I'm sorry. I will say about that movie, it was good, but they must have rolled very well in certain issues. Most of the time, you're shit, I rolled one. I rolled another one.
The fact that they had a paladin show up and leaving them, I'm like, that's the DM.
Yeah,
they fucked up the story. They had to bring in the paladin to help
that
them.
was good.
You know what? I'm gonna check out the Dungeons and Dragons movie
It's good.
You
after
haven't watched it yet?
It's great.
after Rebel Moon.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, dude,
It will be a good
it's so
palate
good.
cleanser.
It's so good.
Yes.
Oh.
But that being
It is so
said,
freaking good.
Struggler, for the record, we're not trying to drive anyone away on this. We're simply taking the time to tie in what happens when ambition outstretches good sense and skill,
Yeah.
And then
It-
falls flat.
and falls flat on its face.
The sad thing is that we know that Zack Snyder can make good movies. He's made them before, but I think the man needs a break. Like,
I think the
dude
bloom
lost
is-
a child when he was filming one of the biggest movies he ever made. Take a vacation, bro. Like,
I think
give yourself time.
I think his pivotal point was when he directed and produced the freaking Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. I think
Exactly.
that's where the bloom fell off
yeah,
the rose.
my man's gotta take a break, come back with fresh inspiration, because right
And-
now I feel like he's just pulling things out of his ass.
And it actually applies to both Zack Snyder and Star Wars Theory.
Yeah.
Look at it this way. With Theory, he clearly had a whole lot of ambition and a whole lot of ego to fucking prove, and he clearly didn't have enough skill. Otherwise, he would have used. He wouldn't be trying to use AI deepfakes in order to have Luke Skywalker appear in his stuff. And he clearly doesn't have nearly enough talent for it either, because if he did, he wouldn't be trying to make more Star Wars stuff. He would try to make his own story. Zack Snyder, on the other hand, had enough nerve to try and make his own IP. The trouble is, he's just very bad at it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That is when it was. That is when it was Man of Steel that things fell off.
Yeah, I was gonna
He
say,
did
man.
he did like 9/11s in the middle
Only
of
9?
in the middle of Man of Steel.
Okay, but
Those
Man
are
of,
rookie numbers.
okay, but Man of Steel, that's sort of 50-50 according to the fans.
Man of Steel still had some good parts, but that's mostly because Henry Cavill was one of the best castings we could have had. Plot
You know what I
wise-
got out of it?
Yummy.
You know what I got out of it that I didn't get in the
What?
old Superman movies?
What?
Superman fighting.
That would have been nice. Honestly,
That was
the
that-
fight was
the fight-
cool until I started thinking about it for more than 5 minutes. It's like I went back and rewatched Man of Steel. There is a point when you realize, like, oh yeah, at some point Superman just gives up time to avoid collateral damage, and I get it, but that is not why I watched Superman. You know what was the best part of that movie for me?
What?
When he learned how to fly. That was the happiest you see him in the whole film.
That's actually the happiest you see him in almost all the movies.
Why does Henry
Except-
Cavill keep getting shafted like this?
Because all they see is Himbo Man. He's very strong, very chiseled, very sexy, and not, oh, hey, there's actually a brain in there.
He deserves
An
better.
artist.
Regardless, like I said, yeah, one could argue that Man of Steel was when things started to tumble down because Zack kept trying to go the realistic route, and I'm like, it's Superman. I don't care about realism. I want to see him save the day.
I want to see him be optimistic.
The Donner cut of Superman 2. I can't say I see.
Yeah,
that
I've
one
seen.
yet.
I know what he's talking about. The
have.
classic Superman 2. Yeah, he did fight, but like, I mean, like if you compare the fights from the classic Superman 2 to Man of
Well,
Steel,
it's not exactly a good comparison. Technology
I mean,
has advanced a lot
The
more.
wire work was wiry.
Honestly, that's why I enjoy the animated movies of Superman a lot more. Because they're allowed to get away with a lot more action and they still keep the spirit of the character, which is, there's a man in the sky.
And you believe a man can fly.
Exactly.
Indeed.
That's why my favorite comic book panel is an oldie one from Superman, where it's just a completely white screen and he's just walking forward to take care of the threat and he just says, "It's okay, I'm here, I'll take care of it."
yes.
That's it.
But
That is the essence.
What? Isn't that One Punch Man?
No,
No, with
that
the
is strictly
Lumen
from
Rider?
Superman.
That's Superman.
I
Yeah.
thought it was with the Lumen Rider.
Well, that was clearly inspired by it, but no, there is an actual panel of Superman walking on a white background going, "It's okay, I'm here, I'll take care of it." And that right there, that's why I love the animated movies so much, because they get it. They fucking, except for that one shitty Justice League movie we don't talk about, but that's,
You mean
Yeah.
you mean Justice League Dark Apocalypse
we
War?
don't talk about that.
You mean the one where everyone just gets myrtleized?
I don't know what you're talking
You mean
about.
Zack
No.
Snyder's wet dream come true?
I love the fact that the movie
Juan,
was...
are you on crack?
You know what I just
No.
realized? That movie is the Sonic 2006 of movies.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, Jen
At
Pearson's
the
in the
end,
chat.
they
Hey,
have
up
to
there.
undo the movie.
The struggler. There wasn't Superman jumping over a truck that explodes into a building of people.
Yeah, like I said, Zack Snyder got way too much into if two Supermen fight, it would be destructive. And I'm like, yeah, but one of them is Superman.
But he also, don't forget, Zack Snyder is also the man who gave us, if I were really directing Batman, Batman, he went off and trained with ninjas in the last trilogy. He wouldn't, and he was in prison before that, but he wouldn't just be training with ninjas in my universe. He would actually be in prison fighting the criminals all the time and even getting prison raped. That can actually happen in my universe.
Like,
Now,
He
I-
literally wanted to have Ben Affleck get butt fucked.
Okay, now listen, Angel. When it comes to the Man
Dude,
of Steel,
I get it.
First
You
of all-
want to butt fuck Ben
Okay.
Affleck.
Juanjo. Now listen,
get
Angel.
it.
Something I do want to bring up about Man of Steel. Now, an
What?
argument can be made that while sloppy,
didn't
Zack
know
Snyder
this.
was trying to portray
Neither of you knew
an
this.
inexperienced
Surprise.
beginner Superman who
Okay. I'll
you
break
get
your
what I'm
mind
saying,
more
right?
I
gently
get what
next
you're
time.
saying. It's just, once again, solid idea.
I'm so sorry.
The execution fell off.
I'm so sorry.
Solid
Jonathan.
idea. Like, there is a point. You remember when he fights the Kryptonians, the three Kryptonians?
The
Yes.
things you learn
He
before
purposely
the
causes
year's
more
over
collateral
with.
damage.
Well, yeah. No, I get that.
Like, there is an idea, but the execution
I agree
is
with you.
falling
It just went
halfway through.
heroes.
Yeah, and I think what they were trying to do with Dawn of Justice,
no
with
bullshit.
holding Superman accountable
fine.
for all of his for
And
his actions and consequences.
Yeah, but I will never take Jesse Eisenberg seriously.
No one could take Jesse
I
Eisenberg
cannot
seriously.
take
It's like
them.
looking at Roger Rabbit trying to be Lex Luthor.
It's just not gonna
Thanks,
work.
Doug.
But you know what? Zack
But was he
Snyder's
wrong?
Foibles
Thanks,
aside, we know the man has the vision to make something good, but he needs time to cook.
just tried to kill me.
Point in case is, Zach, step away from the kitchen. Give yourself a break.
Hold on.
Then you can come back and cook a
I
little
want to see if I can pull it. You know what?
But not you, Star Wars Theory. You can go to hell.
No, Stronger says this, I just want my heroes, man. There's nothing wrong with wanting our heroes to be heroic.
Hold on.
And I curse the iteration of the 90s that decided that everything had to be dark and edgy, because I swear to God, we have never recovered from shit like that.
I think it was more in the 2000s than the 90s. Yeah, it was the 2000s.
2000s and that in the
The
early
grim
90s, that everything just had to get way too much dark for its own good. Some heroes do not have to be dark. Let me put it this way. You know what teams need?
What do teams need?
You need a Wonder Red.
Yeah.
You need a guy who is dedicated to the cause, purely heroic, clear of heart. And every single story that keeps going, what if Superman went evil? First off, shut the fuck up. Then he's not Superman. And second, let's not lie to ourselves, guys. Batman is way more likely to go evil.
Okay, and also with it's always dark and gritty and everything.
Every time.
I mean, I actually like it when we actually had
Wonder Red is
all
the
those
goat.
animated series way back then, where
Yeah.
it could get dark and gritty, but it also wasn't dark and gritty, and I enjoyed it. And then when it started just getting darker and darker, I'm like, you've lost me. I find no happiness in there, so I just I barely am in the Justice League and all that stuff because I was just onto it anymore.
Because
it's sad.
It's always and then it just gets dark, and then dark, and then dark,
like,
and then dark.
okay,
I'm
but
like,
it's not
okay,
always
but
dark.
where's the light? You have to balance it out. You can't just go dark, 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 dark.
Justice League
Have
Unlimited actually
variety.
got
Yeah.
Justice League Unlimited actually got that shit straight. For every episode of like, oh crap, like Project Cadmus fucking people and Amanda Waller's fucking people are about to nuke a whole fucking island,
Yeah.
and we have to stop them. You have another one where we have, oh hey, the Flash is trying to get with this Brazilian babe superhero, and Hawk Girl helps get him the hookup.
It's like you need a
Variety.
balance.
You need variety.
Yeah. It
For
can't just
every Frank Castle, you need a Booster Gold.
You can't
Thank
just
you.
have everything all nitty gritty all the time because you're just gonna beat the dead horse if it's constantly like
The
this.
goat.
One of the best parts about Justice League is the fact that it did tackle some of those serious problems. Government interference, the fear of people with power, utilizing technology beyond our means, people who try to take the law in their own hands. All those, they were tackled with some heavy maturity while still keeping the project of, yes, there are good people out there who use their powers to protect others, and the spirit of justice cannot die. Like, for all the darkness and no parents, what is one of the most iconic scenes of Justice League with Batman?
Was one of the most overused ones.
What is the one that people remember the most of Justice League?
I believe it was this one. I believe it was this one part where you have Batman, Martian Manhunter, and the Flash up on the Watchtower space station.
Yep.
They're like, okay, we're going to need to in order for us to actually stop this freaking thing from going off, we're gonna actually ram the Watchtower station into it. We'll program a course into it. Yes, that's exactly it. Fantastic. What the
Pushes
hell?
him to the escape.
You guys are going off to the escape pod. There's no way we can program this quick enough. I'm going to have to pilot the
This thing
station in.
manually.
Bye.
Yeah.
And it takes Superman at the end while Batman is pushing and burning up on re-entry and like, oh crap, Batman's going to nobly sacrifice himself, and Superman fucking actually bolts in at the last minute and pulls out his pretentious ass.
And don't forget, despite the fact that Batman not exactly got along with the rest of the team, he will be, mind you, when nobody's listening, he will be the first one to admit that he's inspired by Superman. As a result, the last scene, well, one of the last scenes of Batman in Justice League was him comforting a dying little girl. Remember that?
Yes! Oh my god, I remember that. That really
Yeah.
hit me hard.
Shit, like the important thing, one of the things that maintains the importance of Justice League is the importance of fighting for what you believe is right. Superman got a whole movie about this called Superman versus the Elite. Remember that one?
The elites.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that? Another story where the elites are the bad guys, eh?
Fucking Brits!
Ah, anyways.
Talk about
Yeah.
the Young Bucks and
And
Kenny
there's
Omega,
the
but that's
point
a
where
whole
he
other thing.
beats down the bad guy, and the guy goes, "You think you are going to do this? You think these people will trust you? You are living in a dream." And he looks at
You're
the guy
living
and
in a
goes,
dream world.
I think it's, yes, you're right. It is a dream. And until the day comes where my dream of a world where truth, justice, and equality is real for all people, I will never stop fighting. Ever. That is what Superman represents.
God damn it!
Yes!
Is that so hard? If the animated series can do it, surely live action. Oh, wait, live action already did. It's called Superman and Lois.
See?
Ah.
Actually, yes.
Yes.
And it's getting canned off after the fourth season because
Damn it!
Warner Brothers doesn't know how to manage their money.
No surprises there.
But that being said, to wrap it all up, yeah, no, between Zack Snyder and the Star Wars theory, like they had ideas, but these ideas are not going anywhere. Are like
Everybody wants a Manchester Black, but never realizes the guy to be Manchester Black, but never realizes that the guy sucks.
Fun fact, in the comics, there was a sequel to that series where Manchester Black got so fucking pissed that he tried to use his mind powers to convince Superman that he had killed Lois. Superman was so angry that he still held back. He still didn't kill him. And the realization that no matter how hard he tried, he could not break Superman was too much, and he committed suicide.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's because a fucker like Manchester Black can't fucking handle that
It
shit.
also had an amazing moment where the toy maker kidnapped somebody and started taunting Superman over the radio.
I mean, Toy Man.
No, yeah, Toy Man. And Superman goes, "Let me ask you boys something. Do you know what radio waves look like?" He breaks through the wall, "Because I do!"
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
Like,
That
guess
was-
what? I can see radio waves, assholes. Just because they're invisible doesn't mean I can't.
Which is why I don't like Injustice.
None of us do.
None
I
of us
don't
do.
care for it because we know for a fact that Superman would not break so easily. And more importantly, we know for a fact that the Joker wouldn't have the ways to get his hands on a nuke. That was a stupid point. Come on, man.
It's okay, Angel. We don't have to talk about that stuff. But we
Alright.
do have some video game news that we need to
Yes,
go through.
we
don't
do.
But one message here left to Zack Snyder and especially to that moron Star Wars theory.
Stop. Get some help.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you for that.
So I'm going to have to ask you for your help to read some of these articles because I can barely talk right now.
All right. Juancho, we're going to have to help Angel out because Angel is running out of his voice.
Before we go to the articles, I would like to give a sincere Happy New Year's Eve and New Merry Christmas to Logan Paul. Where's the money, you bleach hair piece of shit? Where is it?
Dude, he's too
Where's
busy.
the money?
Angel, he's too busy parading as the WWE United States champion.
Well, now that he's so fucking rich with his wrestling career, maybe he can afford to pay back the countless people he scammed with his shitty cryptocurrency bullshit.
You know, it's actually very simple. And we know that Triple H is in charge of creative, but I also know that all it takes is one phone call on his end. Easy. Hunter,
Those
Trips, Paul Levesque, Mr. Levesque, if you would. However you wish to be addressed. The Motorhead fan number 1. Sir, if you would be so kind as to garnish whatever wage you have set up for Logan Paul within his contract until such a time as those wages have been paid directly to the folks who were affected by his CryptoZoo scam, that would be great.
Much appreciated, Mr. H. Just, swing the hammer at his kneecaps. That'll fix a couple of problems. Now, unfortunately, while we did have some damn good video games this year, the game industry itself is not doing so hot. 2023 has been overshadowed by over 9,000 people that have been laid off in what is considered to be one of the worst years in video game employment by Ash Parrish from The Verge.
I'll help you read this one. In an article provided by The Verge, the headline reads, 2023's great games were overshadowed by a dark cloud of layoffs. Over 9,000 people are without jobs in one of the worst years of video game employment. Now, to go further into the article, let's see here. Layoffs are an unfortunate reality of any industry. By the scope and scale of the video game layoffs in 2023 are far beyond a typical year. More than any specific video game or piece of news, layoffs defined the past 12 months. Companies large and small have felt their impact. Unofficial figures estimate 9,000 workers have been affected, and at the heart of it all are corporations that valued growth at all costs, including people.
The peoples. In September, Epic Games laid off 830 employees. In a statement, the CEO, Tim Sweeney, wrote, "We've been spending way more money than we earn. I had long been optimistic that we could power to this transition without layoffs. But in retrospect, I see that this was unrealistic," as he dabbed his tears with $1,000 bills. Some of that spending was on companies like Super Awesome and Bandcamp, with Epic burning 2021 and 22, respectively. As a result of it, both companies were sold off very shortly after the layoffs.
Here, I'll help you read the next paragraph. All right. So, Epic makes Fortnite, a multi-billion-dollar revenue generator. It licenses the Unreal Engine software that many developers use to make games, including Final Fantasy VII Remake, Lies of P, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And it has its own unprofitable gaming storefront.
I love how they have that in parentheses. They say, "own unprofitable."
By the way, before you continue, allow me to offer a small detail. Tom Sweeney has a 4-year contract with the Buffalo Bill Service. Let me check this out here. Salary is... Let me check this out.
Let me guess, a shit ton.
No, I'm checking right now. I just wanna let you go for a little bit of contrast. The Epic Games CEO has a net worth of $7.6 billion. His wealth is an estimate $9.6 billion, because since 2006 he fired a bunch of computer patents. So the man that is worth more money than anybody in this entire goddamn complex will be in their entire lives has to let you go. I'm so sorry. We're just too tough.
I guess I know where they're spending most of their money.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, game budgets have ballooned to astronomical levels right now. It takes about as much money to make a live service game as it takes to fuel an entire small country's economy. And it barely makes its money back.
Oh my goodness. Well, continuing.
Before we continue, I'm sorry, but this is just for any corporation. If the CEO is making thousands times more than their lowest paid employee, I think we know the issue.
Exactly.
Why should you have enough money to buy
How
3
many different companies-
houses, 4 yachts, 10 high-end cars?
5 private jets.
Yeah, and you're saying that
23 high-end cars like Lamborghini.
well, that's what I'm saying, but like,
Lamborghini.
and you say
A
that you guys are
Rolodex
not
of-
making enough money.
A Rolodex of high-end hoes.
But how is it that you can afford that?
But you can't.
But you
afford
have to
pay
let
your
go of the people who are
employees.
actually making the fucking game.
You can't
Exactly.
afford to pay your employees
Without
workable
these
wages.
employees, you will make nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
if you lay off your workers, how are you gonna make games?
Yeah, no, it's a crappy.
Oh, through AI. AI solves everything.
Oh
Don't
my
you
goodness.
know
Hell
that, guys?
no.
But yeah, it is a crappy
I
practice.
mean, just
and,
ask Star Wars Theory.
thank you. And Epic still spent so much of that money that in order to maintain a level of profitability acceptable to investors, they had to let 830 people
Oh,
go.
so they care more about investors than their actual employees.
Also, I would like to make one more comment about that. It's just like the U.S. economy. We are importing more than we're exporting, so we're
Yeah.
spending more than we're earning. I think
and we
that's
owe
an
a
issue.
ton.
I think that's an issue. That's. I'm sorry, but where's the person who says no? This is how you do it, and it's every.
Where's
it's all
the
good.
giant spoon to smack people's hands?
Ano-
Math.
It was supposed to be in the Federal Reserve System, but over the last 100 years, they've basically taken that spoon and whittled it down into a thin nub.
And now
It's
they're
a toothpick.
It's a toothpick.
It's a
Us.
toothpick. It's a golden toothpick.
All right,
Yeah.
so the article
Continue.
continues. Over the last 2 years, Embracer Group has made headlines for its numerous purchases of gaming studios, media companies, and the IP rights to The Lord of the Rings. This year, the company made an immediate about-face and began a massive restructuring program because of a $2 billion investment deal that fell through. Axios reported that the deal was with Savvy Games Group, the gaming arm of the Saudi government's public investment
Of
fund.
course.
God damn it, Saudi Arabia! Fuck!
In the aftermath of this failed investment strategy, Embracer has shuttered 3 studios, is looking to sell others, canceled numerous projects, and has laid off over 900 employees.
Okay, wait,
Damn,
wait,
talk
wait,
about
wait,
damage
how much
control.
was that? 2 billion?
Yeah. Here's the deal.
Wait, I'm curious. What was that about then?
Blood
we
money.
don't know.
Blood money.
Blood
Blood
money.
money for something. So here's the beautiful
Wait.
part.
Wait,
Companies,
so did they already spend the money?
game companies
Okay.
specifically,
No, the deal
run
fell through.
on a really
Okay.
stupid philosophy of infinite growth. The problem is the growth always plateaus. There's always so high you can possibly go, but the investors don't care about that. So when the margin of profit doesn't meet the big line that is not going up fast enough, it becomes a desperate race to make up for the profits. Because if you don't, you go bankrupt and then the entire fucking thing falls apart. So they will make investments like this, where they will literally gamble their own futures in hopes to ensure that the infinitely growing curve will continue growing onto infinity, even though everyone knows it will eventually stop and go down.
Unfortunately, yeah, and to give...
And if they're not careful, instead of it being a predictable and somewhat manageable decline, it's going to Shikra. It's
Let's
going to
not-
Shikra.
Let's not forget
Straight
that
down.
many of these stupid companies work on the idea of live service. And here's the problem with live service games. They are positively, impossibly expensive. Because not only are you constantly running updates and fixes every single month when you roll out a new patch, you are maintaining massive servers that cover huge amounts of space, data, and money.
Final Fantasy 14.
Plus the constant updates, plus the new
Halo
DLCs,
Infinite.
plus all the
Yeah.
bullshit you tried to put in for the loot boxes and the extra services, plus the increasing number of players, plus the cheaters, and long story short, it takes an infinite number of work to keep a live service game going. So
Oh,
when you combine that with all of this shit here,
Yeah.
it's a toilet about to explode.
Oh, but folks, don't listen. Let's go back to that article if you don't mind, because they're not the only company that's guilty of mass layoffs here.
Oh,
As this
yes.
article details, there are more biggest egregious examples.
These are just
These are just the biggest, most egregious examples. Thank you, Juan. Hasbro laid off 1,000 employees, including most of the team that worked on Baldur's Gate 3 with Larian Studios. EA laid off 6% of their workforce, or around 780 people. BioWare, Microsoft, Bungie, Naughty Dog, Ubisoft, Amazon, CD Projekt Red, Sega, Unity, and Activision Blizzard. Oh boy, how many times have we talked about Activision Blizzard?
I don't have marshmallows.
Of course, Blizzard.
We're all hit, just to name a few. Yeah, go
All right. And in the face of these devastating layoffs, the ramifications of which we have yet to see, one of the industry's biggest, most watched events failed to even acknowledge this reality. We're talking about the Game Awards over here, folks. That's what
So
that's
they're
referring
just
to.
turning a blind eye.
Of course it is. They don't give a shit.
It
No
does.
one does.
It
They
doesn't
don't care
have
about the people that were affected.
It doesn't have to be like this. In 2013, Nintendo executives famously took a pay cut after the Wii U's poor sales to prevent laying off developers. If we reduce the number of employees for better short-term financial results, employee morale will decrease, said then-President
Yes.
Satoru Iwata
Yes.
in an investor relations
We
Q&A.
loved him.
Yes, we did. We needed him.
He was freaking amazing.
I
And
sincerely...
he cared.
He was a hero
He cared.
The best. Remember, this is the same man who said, "My business card says CEO, but in reality, I'm a game developer, and in my heart, I will always be a gamer."
And
That's
that
it.
is
He was
someone
the
who
realest
cared about
G.
everyone
we
who
need
worked
more
under
people
him.
like that who actually care about employee morale. Because if employee,
Money,
wait,
where's money?
but
Money.
if employee
Line,
morale,
look, line up.
Line.
Line go up. Line go up.
no, but if employee morale goes down, they're not going to be so passionate about what they're doing.
Yeah, they're gonna
And
say,
if-
"Who
And
cares?"
if they're not passionate about what they're doing, we're going to get shitty games. And you know what? Then everything's going to fall apart because
Yeah.
people look at the game, they're like, "This is trash.
This is
what the heck is
this
this?
is basically a half-assed game.
Yeah. That's
Isn't it incredible how much you can achieve when you actually give a shit about your employees?
Right?
You know, the people actually making the money. Where's
Line.
money?
Line.
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 Why line? Line.
See, if you go for short-term profit, it's not good in the long run.
No.
It doesn't help that people keep buying that shit.
I mean, it'll only keep you afloat a little bit at a time.
And then it goes boop again.
And then you're gonna panic, going, "Oh no!
Also,
oh
I'm
no!
sorry.
We gotta do this again."
Line.
Sorry.
Line.
I can't remember it, but isn't it that pretty much everyone who worked on Baldur's Gate 3 is completely gone? Like they went on to greener pastures now because of this? Yeah, I'm sorry, but how many awards did they win again? Did the game?
That
Yeah,
was
so
the
I'm sorry.
best
Let's not forget,
game that came
Baldur's
out this
Gate
year.
is considered by both critics and gamers to be one of the best things that came out, and not even they were safe from this bullshit.
No.
Exactly. So tell me this: if you actually
They got a
kept
bat to
them,
the
if you
face,
kept the entire
unfortunately.
team together,
And it sucks.
can you imagine what another game they would have made would be? That, I mean, it could have. The other game that they made could have made so much more money.
Yeah.
But no, they're all dispersed now.
Yeah, no, and it really sucks because with all these massive layoffs, you know, for the people that still have their jobs that are still employed, like that can't be good for the overall morale for the people who are still there.
They'll be thinking, "Am I next?
Yeah.
Exactly. Am I next?
Should I start looking for other jobs?"
Now I have to do the work of my other
Now
coworkers.
they're gonna be
and they don't. They're overworked. They'll be overworked, and then
And
they don't
underpaid.
get any compensation.
Yeah.
And
Overworked
you know what?
and underpaid.
When that happens, people leave.
Yeah.
So then you just lost more people.
Yeah, Juan, if I'm
and
not
then you're
mistaken,
gonna panic.
Juancho, if I'm not mistaken, and help me out here, back in I think it was like 2017 or 2018, wasn't Rooster Teeth guilty of this? They laid off a bunch of employees, and the ones that remain had to do double the work.
I remember once upon a time when Rooster Teeth was just a couple of a-holes from college working out of a LAN network.
Mhm.
But no.
And they made
But
some
yeah,
pretty funny shit.
You remember that piece of news, right? Back in the late 2010s, Rooster Teeth laid off a large number of employees.
Yep, it was also on the same time that they became a big corpo, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
They got big, but somehow everything had to get small. And what a coincidence! It was around that time that the quality of their work began to slowly decline.
A little more salt. Perfect.
And so here we are. We see it all the time. Big company has to get bigger. It always pursues an increasingly bigger bubble, but every bubble has to burst. And somehow nobody has learned from it because people keep buying their shit. But there's gonna be a point where people are not gonna buy that shit anymore. And then we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, that was the
That's
second
the
thing
next
that I
one.
found.
Speaking of buying shit, that's a good segue.
And a reminder why sometimes it's a bad idea to play certain games forever. Man spends $1 million on their game character, Then their friend accidentally sells it for £400.
And an article provided to us by independent.com.
.co.uk.
.co.uk, thank you.
A man in China, of course he was in China, who spent over $1 million on a video game character has sued his friend for selling it for less than 500. Lu Mo spent nearly 10 million yuan, that is $1.1 million, developing a
£1 million
character.
pounds. This is all British, Angel.
That's all pounds, Angel.
British pounds.
Yeah, Lumio spent nearly 10 million yuan, that's 1.1 million pounds, developing a character in the game Justice Online,
Whaling is bad, kids.
according to court documents first reported by the Chinese tech news site Abacus.
The customized characters was then accidentally listed in the in-game marketplace NetEase for only 3,888 yuan by Mr. Mo's friends Li Mozheng. Mr. Mojin has been trying to return the character to his friend after being given to a plate, however made an error due to being DC from excessive gaming.
Unlimit your game.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Okay, can I just say, so this is pounds. This is actual money, not in-game money, right?
Actual
This is
real
actual
life
money.
Okay, for a friend, I want to know exactly how did you get that much money?
A judge
Just
in the
for a
Honya
friend,
County
you know?
Court of Hsinchu
Holy
Province ruled
shit!
the character must be returned to the original owner and the damages for 9,000 yuan must be awarded to the player who bought the character for the discount price. The local court also warned people about the dangers of spending too much goddamn time playing video games.
The incident comes after China announced strict curfew measures on gamers in an attempt to combat video game addiction in the country.
Especially
Chil-
gotcha games.
Yeah, seriously. Children under the age of 18 are banned from playing more than 90 minutes of games per day on a weekday and no more than 3 hours per day on weekends and holidays.
If they did that here,
There would be so much
we would be in trouble.
that would be.
We would be in trouble.
I don't think it would work if they did that here.
We
honestly.
would be in trouble.
I spend a lot of time video
Same.
gaming. And stuff.
There's a reason prohibition doesn't work.
I know, but
Prohibition
still.
didn't work in America for a reason it's not going to work again. Authorities
If
at
you don't believe
China's
us, ask the folks at Lackadaisy.
China's General Administration of Press and Publications said the measures were aimed at protecting physical and mental health of minors. The regulations cited concerns that the rise in mobile phone usage, online games have caused a significant rise in myopia and other forms of visual impairment. The new laws in China also prevent children under 16 years old from spending more than 200 yuan per month.
Okay, but
on
that's
in-game.
good.
That's
That
a
is
good
good
one.
because kids will try and steal their parents' money and cards to play games.
So yeah, China in
Yeah.
particular has been very strict to the point that recently they're trying to pass a law that will restrict destroy 80% of the stock of like Tencent or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Good.
Like maybe a little bit of tyrannical communism
Yeah.
can be a good thing.
Maybe
Yeah.
the brutal oppressing iron hand of the government might be useful for something for a change.
Blind squirrels and all that.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A dude wasted 1.1 million. You know what? Let's do some conversion. I need to know how much that is in dollars.
Well,
It's going to be a lot of dollars.
Because I don't trust.
while
the
you're
UK
doing the
currency.
conversion, let's take a look at the live chat before we continue on. Let's see here. I know Ben Cruz commented saying, I still watch Rooster Teeth. Okay. That,
And Jen Pearson is saying,
$1,273,999.
okay, I think, yeah.
Wait, hold on, what? A million British pounds is 1.23, $1,273,999.
My dude spent on them
How-
$1 million
How much?
on
you
gacha
could have
shit.
you could have bought a really
On
nice
gacha
house
games.
for that.
Don't be silly. He lives in China. There are no nice houses in China.
No, I meant over here for
over
that
here
money.
in the United States.
You
Yeah,
can
no.
literally get a really
I
nice
presume
house.
that he basically spent this money gradually over the years, but my dude,
Still, that's a lot.
1 million. I'm pretty sure in my entire life I have not spent $1 million in video games
No,
No.
or consoles.
Also, Jen Pearson saying, I am so lost and confused.
Welcome to China. Enjoy your stay.
Okay, putting it simply, in this article, a dude in China in a video game, he invested over $1 million or £1 million into his video game character, and his friend put his character up on the open marketplace and sold it for like a couple $100, and it was a nightmare.
So that's what it looks like. Justice Online is this game based on wuxia movies, but it's basically a super grindathon Korean MMO bullshit thing.
Jen, I hope that explanation helps.
Jen, don't spend money on gacha shit. It's bad for you.
Gacha is very, very, very
Go
dangerous.
play normal games.
It's very addictive.
Go play normal games like Call of Duty.
We play 2 gacha games. from the
And
same
probably going to be
company.
2 more this next year.
We'll
Is it
see.
too late for
We'll
them,
see.
Angel? Can we save them?
They are lost. I'm sorry.
Really?
at least-
you want
at
to
least-
save
I
us?
will miss you.
Really?
At least I know how much I want. Well, how much I should spend. I only do it for my favorite characters.
Same.
All right. Now getting onto a more familiar subject, aka kicking a dead horse.
Oh God, what?
Let's talk about Activision Blizzard.
Yay!
Yay!
Now,
thank God I canceled
surprisingly,
my subscription.
this article was not provided to us by Angel Mendes, who's usually on top of these
I
things.
was too sick of Blizzard to look for that.
But Juan Arauz provided us some latest news on this ongoing story.
Don't mind. All right, so
This could not happen soon enough.
so number one, earlier this, actually yesterday, the Friday, the 29th of December, the CEO of Activision Blizzard, Bobby Kotick, had finally stepped down from Activision Blizzard, and people couldn't be happier. Because now they can spill the beans over the horseshit work environment that he fostered, and they can speak out firsthand without the fear of having
Retaliation?
retaliation on there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So the PC Games
Toxic
End
work
article
environment.
headline reads: Activision Blizzard workers speak out after Bobby Kotick's CEO exit. All right, and this comes by way of Anthony Jones. Yep, 5 hours ago. After 32 years, Bobby Kotick is no longer the CEO of Overwatch 2 maker Activision Blizzard. Following the video game company's monumental merger with Microsoft, Kotick stepped down on Friday, December 29th. Not even 24 hours after his leave, current and former workers at Activision Blizzard have taken to social media to share claims of the former CEO not listening to concerns, threatening
Let me tell
employees,
you about this piece of shit.
and being a poor leader.
Oh my god.
On Twitter, a former Call of Duty programmer at Demonware, Christina Pollock, broke their silence after Kotick's final day as CEO, alleging that the FPS games came out, quote, worse due to his decisions.
Oh, that's fun.
In my first month, it came out he threatened to have an employee killed, Christina added.
Whoa!
No.
In the all hands that followed,
Oh,
no one wanted to
hell
speak
no.
first, so I demanded his firing in front of everyone. We all need to revolt against people like this every time.
That is abuse of power right there.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely is. Let's see here. The statement refers to a situation that transpired in 2006, where Kotick sent a voicemail threatening to have his assistant killed. A spokesperson for Kotick told the Wall Street Journal in 2021 that Kotick, quote, deeply regrets saying that, but workers aren't convinced.
I highly doubt
No
that.
shit, no one's
Neither am
convinced.
I.
What?
What a coincidence. Neither am I.
Of course.
No one here is convinced, but go on.
A current Activision Blizzard community development manager, Andy Belford, spoke on Kotick's refusal to address employee concerns on Twitter. Workers knew Overwatch 2 would have reviewed poorly on Steam and begged higher-ups for more resources, but demands were reportedly, quote, all flatly denied. Andy learned that Kotick had pushed for a Steam launch with no additional help to support the community team.
No surprises.
Jesus, man.
This is the only one example of the culture Kotick bred at AB. Everything flowed downstream, usually landing on the lowest paid and most overworked individuals. Management was too busy to reacting to wildly vacillating direction and decisions that made zero sense, Andy
Right
wrote.
hand, left hand.
What?
It's horrible.
Kotick's
Kotick's CEO may have brought in record profits for Activision Blizzard, but it's clear from employee accounts that his run wasn't celebrated by all. The hope for current workers is that his exit inspires a new, positive age for
Oh, I hope.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The poor, sweet summer children.
Oh my goodness.
I can't
Okay,
finish that.
so after years of so much bullshit that the workers of Activision Blizzard have to put up with, so much bullshit that's been aired out on the news, on media, the CEO finally steps the fuck down.
Oh, he was only stepped down after he got a gigantic severance bonus from the merger of Activision Blizzard.
Good.
Yeah, I know.
No, not good. That means he got money.
Oh.
A lot of it.
He
Fuck
got-
him.
Severance is a shit ton. And
Oh, wow. Thank you, Lisa Boo. You have been a member for
nice.
9 months.
except
Probably.
it is
Hold on.
money
Whoa.
versus-
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Sorry about that, Kiana.
All
Sorry,
right.
Zayana. Yes, thank you, Lisa Boo. Sending you all the love
Thank
and all
you
the best
so
in
much.
2024. Thank you. Sorry about that, Zayana. You were
No.
trying to say.
All I'm saying, severance is a shit ton of money, especially.
You shouldn't
'cause
have gotten
depends-
it then.
No, it depends
Yeah.
on how many. Wait, please. How many months that you are gonna be paid with how many hours?
Yeah,
so just saying,
unfortunately,
shit ton of money.
It means that a piece of crap like him gets to jump out with his golden parachute. And see, here's the part that worries me. Right there at the end of the article. His tenure brought in record profits. And let's get down to it, people. That's the only thing the dipshits in the suits care
Line?
about.
Line? Line?
So I
Line?
hate to say it,
Line?
but I'm not gonna hold my breath that things are gonna get better.
Oh no, I completely understand it. This sounds very similar to I hate going back into wrestling, but like the WWE, like back in between 2020 to 2022, they had huge freaking layoffs of a lot of the wrestling talent and a couple of staff members, all due to budget cuts.
And
I put it in quotations.
And immediately after that, when they had their next quarterly report call, they immediately tabulated all the savings.
Sending
they
the
got.
wrestlers.
No,
Hang on,
My
listen.
cocaine bucket is half
Angel.
empty.
Hang on, Angel.
They took all the savings they got from firing everyone and reported that as part of their record profits.
We make so much money firing all these people.
Profits.
That's not profit.
It
I
looks
know
like
it's
it.
not. I know it's not,
The-
but
the-
it makes
the
it
the
look
only
like
thing
it
that
is.
matters is the number at the end of the receipt.
Did they put it in?
It's making the investors happy.
No one matters is that my bucket cocaine is half full.
But thankfully, things are different in WWE since Vince McMahon was forced to step down from the hush money scandal.
There seems to be a lot of, let's get rid of this old fuck over here because he's making everything worse.
But the point is, getting back to the Activision Blizzard subject here,
We're gonna start stockpiling marshmallows because this is gonna keep
We
going.
do.
yeah.
I wasn't even aware there was something to talk about over in Blizzard.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, this just started last night and today, so
I'm glad I canceled my subscription for WoW. Again.
see, like
I only came back for the new expansion, and then I got bored of it like 2 days
I
in.
have never once played WoW, so my wallet has been
Okay, in
full.
my defense, you could play as dragons.
In your defense.
I mean, dragons are nice.
One of my friends tried to. They bought me the expansion, so what's
Damn.
really my
In
money?
her defense, WoW was good once. I swear to God.
Yes,
Once,
I
remember,
got
guys,
power boosted.
it's been less than 10 years.
Back in the good old days.
Yes.
From the days that the logo of Blizzard used to be something to cheer for.
Yes.
And look,
Again, back
not
in the good
unlike
old
the
days.
Colossus
I
of
played-
Rhodes,
I
only
played
the
WoW
knees are
Classic.
left.
Loved
How
it.
the mighty have fallen.
And you remember back in the day when that plague happened in Blizzard and actual
Yeah.
doctors researched it?
yes.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Back
fucking
in the
ridiculous.
day. Back in the day, that
And now
was
they're
cool.
trying to reverse engineer in order to make a T-virus, but that's a completely different
Yeah.
story for another time.
But that being said,
Yep.
it's good that at least the employees are voicing out all the shit that's
Yes.
going on with the
As
CEO.
they should.
And they
As they
should.
should.
Now that there's no threat of Bobby Kotick coming after them and kneecapping them.
It's only
Yeah.
a shame that they have to wait
What?
so long until his ass disappeared for them to say something. But better late than never, and small as the possibility may be, I do hope that the situation does get better for them. Because the dudes are working way too damn hard right now to receive this kind of shit, and the companies rely on people wanting to work for them to treat them like shit.
So to answer your question, Big Cruz, right now we really don't know who's going to own Activision
Like,
Blizzard going.
Activision Blizzard is owned by Microsoft. Bobby Kotick was just the CEO.
It's gonna be
Oh,
his
I
new
think that was the-
his
I thi-
long lost twin brother, Cocky Bodick.
I think that was the question that Ben was trying to ask. Who's going to be the new CEO of
It's gonna be
Activision
Tony
Blizzard?
Khan.
Fuck no.
No, Angel, don't curse us with that shit.
It's gonna be Triple H.
No, well,
Well, that
He's just
maybe.
gonna beat the shit out of everybody who doesn't work on time.
I mean, if it
He
works,
has
anyway,
one
no.
rule. I'm gonna be in my office. Don't make me come down there.
Listen, I'm going to go ahead and have the new World of Warcraft movie come out, but there's only one catch. I play Nathanos.
You dorks.
You would want to.
You guys are idiots, I swear.
Not with that
Not
class.
you two.
We can
but
only
these two.
hope that it will get better, but we will not be surprised if it gets worse. Let's not lie to ourselves here.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm with Angel on this one. Like hoping for the best, but I am expecting the worst with Activision Blizzard. And yeah, no, I really don't have much else to say on this.
Awkward silence.
Well, help us out then.
Well, there's nothing else to say about this the sick sad world. So
Fuck you, Logan. Where's the money?
yeah, well, yeah. So number one, yeah, fuck you, Logan. Number two, let's see. Also, who's gonna what's happening?
BlizzCon. BlizzCon has
BlizzCon's
been.
gonna continue going on. It's sharing.
It's
I don't-
popular.
Don't worry. It's never going away. Never
For
ever.
now.
They made too much money.
I think we actually ought to start wrapping up, but I want to know what everyone's plan for 2024 is over here.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yes, I guess we have. I guess
your hopes, not like a
yeah. Don't tell us what
not like
what
a
you
resolution, but like what do you wish?
what do
out
you
of-
wish to see happen out of 2024? We'll go around. We'll start with Dragonfang.
To survive. Plain and
Yes,
simple
we all
to
want that.
survive.
I mean, we all want to survive, but I'm sure you must want something more than that.
At this point, we're
to
in such,
survive.
at this point we're in
Mission
such shit
objective,
state.
survive.
Survival is probably the
With
only
how
thing we can hope
bad
for.
Sis and I's mental health is,
Depression.
survive is the
I
biggest
lend you my
thing.
brain juice stuff. but I-
Understandable. All right, Angel.
And hopefully, being a accelerated tax advisor is not that hard.
And hopefully it'll be like a full-time
No,
job that'll
no, I
just
only have 4 months. Seasonal because tax
No.
season is.
Ah.
But
bullshit.
have a backup.
Okay, well that's
I have
good.
a backup
That's good.
job, so that I'm
All right.
doing. So yeah,
Are you applying? Is not lined up? Then line it up.
I have
Well,
to see my schedule
we
first.
can
Okay, well line it up.
Alright.
Line it up.
I will.
We get-
And
Back
there's
up
other
your
things
backups.
that I'm
Do
working
Do you have
on
any idea
too.
how much backups I have in my
Angel Mendez, please take the mic. All right, buddy. So, what are your hopes and wishes for 2024?
I hope things get better for my loved ones, present company included. And I hope that I can find ever more depraved ways to indulge in my ever-increasing hedonism. But mostly I'm just kind of hoping for better video games and try out some new tasty foods, because I still haven't run out of new restaurants to explore. I hope things get better for everybody. Except you. You know what you did.
He's talking about Logan Paul.
Fuck you, Logan, where's the money?
All right. Now, Wancho.
I was
We're
like,
going around the whole.
oh,
Okay, fine.
well.
I was trying to go a whole circle, but okay.
Shouldn't it go to you then?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's just go in this
Yeah, the
specific.
half
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
so
All right,
Zayan.
All right,
No.
Zayon. No. Hang on. We'll hopefully for last.
It's a horseshoe.
He
Thank
wants
you.
to be last because he wants to say something insipidly inspiring.
Hey,
Am I wrong?
my speeches are
Am I?
very inspiring,
But am I wrong?
and they're not insipid.
He wants to finish
But
last.
am I wrong?
He wants to finish
Yes.
last.
Come
Yeah,
on,
I
get to the
never-
point.
Zayana Rose, what are your hopes and wishes for 2024?
Honestly, to be happy because depression sucks.
Mission status. Survive.
And also to be able to go back to cons because after
Yes.
how shitty this entire year has been, I really my last con or our last con was Katsucon in February, so I really want to go
And
back
then
to
shit
cons
just
and
went
have fun
downhill.
and meet new people and see old friends and yeah.
Be happy for one.
Yeah, happiness is a huge thing because I get depression.
We just want to be happy.
And that I completely understand. I totally get it. I support that. All right, now Juan, what are your hopes and wishes for 2024?
I was supposed to drive to Orlando tomorrow in order to see my girlfriend before the New Year, before New Year's Eve, and then come back home afterwards to celebrate the New Year with my wife and my family. My car died last night. I would like very much to see in the new year to not have to deal with these kind of setbacks, with the kind of setbacks that just draws you into that deep, crushing, dark pit of reality that, yeah, we have fun, we're goofing off, we're nerding out over here, but I legitimately, like, I've got shit to fix, and I'm broke, and I have problems, and all this stuff. It's like, I don't live that.
A never-ending list of
And
bullshit.
if it's not one thing, it's another. And it's fucking depressing and stupid. And even though I'm not expressing just how fucking angry and just how fucking depressed and how fucking brain crushed I am, thank you, brain pills, doesn't mean I don't have it. I have it.
Doesn't mean
And
it's
it
eating
hurts.
away at you inside. And it
Everybody
sucks.
hurts.
I
Don't touch me.
You
The
really
pain
have a
has
thing
become
against
pleasure.
me touching you.
Basically, it's
We all need
I'm
breaks.
smiling and acting like everything is okay, but
Yeah.
inside I'm literally screaming and crying.
Yes,
And
that's
you're
actually
thinking those
exactly it.
suicidal thoughts, which aren't good.
No, they're very much not good. I have them all the time. It's not fun. But I digress. I hope that whatever grace falls upon me may it also fall upon those whom I love, which includes all these psychotic chuckle fucks, especially
Just
this
don't forget, my
one,
friend.
but most especially this one.
Just don't forget, my brother. Fuck it, we ball.
What? Exactly how was that? How am I balling? I ain't balling.
Yes,
My
you
car
are.
is busted. I
Yes,
was
you
not
are.
balling.
Allow me to explain.
How?
Ball is life.
Yes.
So when you say fuck it, we ball,
Yeah.
you're
fucking we
saying
balling.
fuck it, we live.
Yeah, I live.
What
There
he's
you
trying
go.
to say is we don't see you, or we don't see you dropping the ball.
As long as you live, you can ball.
Can I ball better, please?
In due time. It requires practice, but you will.
I've been practicing for 37 years. Why do you keep touching me?
Keep trying. You gotta do a slam dunk.
Go to New York, grab the New Year's ball.
The Looney Tunes never gave up, and
And then
neither
slam
should
dunk
you.
it.
And then run away with it.
With the New Year's ball
Yes.
from New York.
Yes. Remember, bro, the
Jose,
Looney Tunes
Angel.
never give up.
I'm
And
taking
then
your card.
play cat and mouse.
Cool.
What is
Go.
that? What is that song?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wait,
Benny
the
Hill.
Scooby the
Benny
Scooby Doo
Hill
run
song,
thing.
Yakety sax.
All right.
And do the Scooby Doo soundtrack.
All right.
Local man steals the biggest balls.
All right.
I'm stolen the Times Square ball.
We do not
And no
condone
one can stop me.
stealing. We
All
do
right.
not
It'd be
condone
funny.
stealing.
Yeah, but
So-
no one ever do it, please.
All right.
Please
So
don't.
now we get back to me.
everything.
So my
Yes.
hopes and wishes for 2024 for the new year is simple. I just want those who I love, my friends and family, to be happy, to live and to live their lives full of happiness and joy, and for them to have the chance to do the things that they love. Okay, do the things that they're passionate about. For goodness sake, and that's something I hope for myself for next year. I'm looking to, try to be a little more happy, give myself a little bit more credit about the things that I'm passionate about the things that I do. Definitely want to work a lot more on myself for 2024, and I would like to be a little bit more. I would like to be more active. I mean, like I've said this many times. My goodness gracious, Juan deserves all the credit. He works really hard. Juancho, you're gonna have to get used to it. I'm family. Now, listen, you work really damn hard for this channel, Juancho, and we all appreciate that. And 2024, one of my resolutions is I'm gonna be more active and more hands-on with the production going forward.
You're gonna teach him.
If you listen.
Yes, I will listen, and
Listen harder.
and I will listen harder. And for next year,
Hey,
like,
listen.
thank you.
Hey, listen.
Leave.
Yeah.
Be gone.
And for next year, I would also like to take this channel over to other conventions, not just limit to MetroCon and just Holiday Matsuri. No disrespect, I love those cons. I will love them to death.
MegaCon.
Out of state
And MegaCon.
con.
But want to do out of state.
We want to do more out-of-state cons. We want to give the smaller cons too a chance as well. For goodness sake, Central Florida
Out of
Con.
country?
I would love to go out of country.
Who wants to go to Canada?
Yeah.
Hang on, don't say it in front of Angel.
I'm sorry, go where?
Okay, all we have to do is just duct tape him and then
So
shove
hang
him
on a
in
minute, Angel.
suitcase.
So we're going into 2024. So we're trading away the non-existence of the United Kingdom for the non-existence of Canada. Is that what we're doing?
No. You are mistaken. Canada does exist.
Okay.
It just happens to be a shithole.
God damn it, Angel. All right, get it
And
away.
if you think that I will show any respect to those
Ow!
goddamn sun-sucking, snow-sledding, mud-slinging,
Get it off.
deer-riding girls.
Oh my.
Bad. Bad, Angel. Bad.
Are you done speaking?
Bad, Angel.
Careful, he may start eating our hands.
Bad.
Like, now you watch my hands.
Bad, Angel.
He hasn't
Bad,
eaten
Angel.
dinner yet. Don't give him any ideas, Juan. Don't give him any meat.
Bad, Angel. That's bad.
You can censor me all you want, but you can't kill me because I have an idea.
We
Ideas
could
are
just
Canada
duct tape him and,
What the
bring
shit?
him with us.
Canada Dry, that is.
On a minor note, and this is just pretty personally, I would not only like to live happily, but who knows? Maybe meet someone special in my life. But that's
Best
just
of luck, fam.
thank you. And with that, we have concluded our final episode for 2023,
Yay!
and we hope that you guys
Isn't K-Storm going to come out to say goodbye to 2023 with us? K-Storm.
That's a very good question. Where the hell is K-Storm?
It's such a shame that K-Storm died.
Wait, did you just say hiss?
Sis.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a shame
I
that
thought-
K-Storm died of ligma. Sometimes I can still hear her voice.
Oh my
You're
god.
not gonna get fed at this point.
Because we now run out faster.
He's looking for an excuse to get beat up some more and possibly lick your hand some more.
Normally I have to.
That was her hand, not
Well,
mine.
I couldn't tell from all the movement and stuff. I couldn't tell whose hand was being licked.
I always knew he was gonna show his true colors one day.
Angel,
You fuckers.
Angel,
We're all saying 2023 could suck our nuts.
Yeah.
Hi, K-Storm.
Yeah, we already all collectively agreed on that.
Fine.
Our question is, what are your hopes and wishes for 2024?
Getting out of it alive.
Survive.
Mission objective.
Survive.
Survive.
Make
Okay.
make a bunch more art.
And that is totally fine. That's awesome. Because your art is awesome.
Yeah.
You guys check out this art. It's pretty fucking cool.
Ooh, wait.
That's
Hold
it.
on.
That-
I got a better one.
Oh yeah, bring out the glass stain one. That one's dope.
Oh, let's be.
The painting.
The baby.
Vivo tax.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
Yes.
That's pretty good.
yes. Let's-
So,
Just to show you a piece, just to give you guys an amuse-bouche of K-Storm's artwork.
she's getting better.
Indeed.
Just broadening my
So,
techniques.
That's
so,
called getting better.
So for 2024, I guess the mission objective is survive.
Indulge.
Indeed.
Survive if I let you.
Can we all agree on that?
Yes, we
Yes.
can all
Survive.
collectively agree on that. And folks,
I said survive.
Thank you.
now folks, thank you very much for tuning into the final episode of the Ravens Flock for 2023. As we head into the new year, you guys have been great. You guys have been fantastic throughout a year round. And we all appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in right now. Now, Angel, just because the year is ending, our quest in Wonderful 101 is not coming to a close yet, is it?
Damn right it ain't. I do sincerely hope that I will see you all once again next week, Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, 2024.
Dorks.
Wonder Calendar's got this one, I promise. Well, we'll continue to... There
let's
is.
see
We
here.
just haven't found it yet.
January 6th.
Well, we'll continue to play Wonderful 101, the remastered version. We continue to endure, we continue to fight, but more importantly, we continue to pursue justice.
All right. And that's
That's literally all we're doing.
and that show is simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick, right?
We're simulcasting on both YouTube and Quick, sponsored by Glit Energy.
All right. And for all the wrestling fans out there, tune in to my programming every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern called Wrestle Rewind on YouTube and Kick, where I review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. And if you tune in next year, it sounds so weird saying next year when it's
That's
just
why
right.
I'm doing my best.
And if you
That's
tune
why I
in...
don't say.
One day.
If you tune in next time, me and Juan will give our review of the main event for AEW's World's End,
Which is happening right now.
which is happening right now. And of course, we also have another program before we get to Wrestle Rewind and Los Amigos Play, right?
Damn right, and that would be my program, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. You notice we hopscotch a whole shitload of different stories here on the Ravens Flock in the world of nerd and pop culture, but on The Black Files we just hone in on one and we do a deep dive, a deep cut, and give our unfiltered takes on the matter. For instance, this past Wednesday, we went ahead and gave our review of this year's holiday Matsuri. We did cover our good experiences that we had on there. Unfortunately, there was also one really shitty experience that was had not just by ourselves, but with other folks who had suffered through, like we said, allegations of being drugged and possibly essayed. If you need the details on that, you can go ahead and watch this week's episode of The Black Files. I don't want to get into it further because I was so pissed off by the end of the show that I literally needed calming the fuck down after we went off air because A, this kind of shit shouldn't be allowed to happen at our conventions, and B, why the hell are there more people being fussed over us reporting it than the fact that there's people fucking doing this shit?
Because you broke the kayfabe.
No, because I'm what? Because I'm showing the grimy side of things that happen at conventions?
It's like Disney
I'm-
World. You can't see the underside of the dumpster.
Well, unfortunately, there is underside to the dumpster. You can't ignore the smell or the smoke at this point.
No,
And-
not everything is fine, people, as the building explodes behind
There is
me.
no war in Bossing Say. Over here in the Ravens Flock, we believe in providing folks with the truth. If it's ugly, if it's unsavory, unfortunately, that's what's got to be told in order for us to all know.
It's part of life.
It's not being sugar coated.
And and most importantly, it's the first and most important step to coming together for a resolution. How the fuck are we supposed to solve anything if we don't openly talk about it?
With
If we don't
violence.
acknowledge it.
No, Angel. Actually, violence is not always the answer.
You sure? Because those people kind of deserved it.
Those we're talking. Oh, you're talking about the guys perpetrating
Well,
it.
yes, who else?
Okay, because it sounded like the way you said it. It sounded like you were saying that the folks who were
No,
No,
of course
no.
not.
Violence
Just
for the
making sure.
culprits. Violence for the
Just making
against
sure.
the culprits.
clarifying because we don't want anyone actually taking Angel out of context.
No, I kind of do.
No.
Take me out of context right now.
In a minute,
Not
watch it.
Make an
Violent-
entire compilation that is just me out of context, and this
Angel,
channel will
you're
get shut
Angel,
down.
shut
in
the
5
fuck
days.
up, dude, please.
Not
Jesus,
violence
man.
for violence's sake. Violence
Asshole.
on behalf of those who were wronged. Not violence for violence's sake.
That being said, you could get these kind of hard hitting input and coverage on the Black Files live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick.
And of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock. Every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, the whole bunch of us, will be here every Saturday night to discuss with you on the latest topics and news circulating around the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, whether we're sick or whether we're alive and kicking, and it doesn't matter what year it is.
Or whether it's sick in the brain by trying to be terribly discriminatory against Canadians.
There's always
No.
Angel, I think you've had enough, buddy. There is always something to discuss, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. And now, once again, we appreciate all of you tuning in right now. You guys have been fantastic. This has been a great 2023 for this channel. Everything that we do here on this channel, from our multiple shows, to our con appearances, to our quarter-annual subathons, to our watch parties, to simulcasting on multiple platforms, and everything, it's all done. That was all part of our directive from 2013 to make your voice our mission. One last time.
Wait, before we take away, I need to do this. On the next episode of The Ravens Flock.
Oh, God.
Ah!
Oh, God, thanks for that. All right.
On the next episode of Dragon
One.
previously on
On the
Lost.
Black Files.
Oh, God. For one last time.
For the
year, plug us away.
You keep touching me. You're okay. Ah!
Keep doing it now while I'm distracting you.
Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragonfang Cosplays, Anna Rose Cosplay, K-Store Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news of the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we'll see you in 2024.